This podcast is brought to you by Black Cat Studios, a hub for entertainment, creation, and collaborative storytelling. Thank you for your continued support.
Alrighty, welcome back. We cut off pretty quick in this last episode, so I hope that you forgive us for that beautiful little cliffhanger.
But it's a new dawn and a new day.
There's so much to talk about,
Tired.
and we were realizing that, man, it would not be fair to us to continue speaking for another 5 fucking hours on on this first half of One Piece.
It was pretty late.
But it is all good. Welcome back. We are going through our, I guess, analysis, kind of talk back with Connor today on the first half of One Piece.
Today is the
Pre-Timeskip.
Water 7 saga.
Water
And Thriller
7?
Bark as well.
Yeah, Water 7 and Thriller. Honestly,
This
what
is like
what fucking peak?
goated arcs.
Some good shit.
This is where I was like, the One Piece is real.
The One Piece is real.
A lot of people don't like Thriller Bark, from what I've heard.
Oh, Thriller Bark? I don't care for Thriller Bark
I-
personally. I'm talking about Water 7.
I
Oh,
personally think Thriller Bark is one of the most underrated
I think
I
I
like Thriller. I think it's like it's a good arc. I don't think it's the best One Piece arc. It like fits in the middle for me. Because also with me, I have a bias because one of the first episodes I had watched was with Brooke
right.
before I even knew what One Piece was. So
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
So
for
for me-
for Thriller Bark being, let's get to Thriller Bark after. Let's talk about
Yeah,
Water
yeah.
7.
So
long
we're
ring, long land.
So we
first.
start with the Slosla Beam.
Slubbeam.
Foxy.
Foxy pirate.
Oh my god, this
Silver
fucking
Fox.
German fuck or whatever he is.
Dude, he's like
What is his dub?
oh no.
His
like
dub is
a
so
foxy
crazy.
pirate.
He's a foxy pirate. He talks like this or some shit like some
sounds
sort
Italian.
Of like European.
Italian.
It's not
Or like
Italian. It's
a
like
mix
more.
of French and Italian or something.
Yeah, it's like
It's
Which
like
is
a
the
little
it's like
Europe.
That's
it's
the
just like if
forbidden
European
combo.
was like put on a piece of paper, crumpled up into a ball, and then made into like a Pangea,
This
and
is
that's
Europe.
Foxy's
Foxy
voice.
is Europe.
Yeah.
He's the forbidden combo.
dude. he drunk the Amoga's juice at night.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Sus.
Davy back fights are introduced. We get to see some funny little. This
Yeah.
stuff I think is so nice. Yeah, you got filler right here, and like Foxy isn't like the biggest bad or overly important, but I think it gives again more context to what's populating the seas.
Yeah.
What's actually like? Yeah, he's kind of nothing. Like he's not going to harm our crew. He's not that
That you
strong.
think.
Well, like
That
that, but like
slow beam got some
the
they
slow
fucked
beam
up.
got
He fucked
some
it up.
abilities,
No,
bro.
no, for sure.
He's got
But
a
what I
powerful
mean,
devil fruit.
but what I
He
mean,
stole
like,
the Straw Hat's child. Their child.
Yes, he did. That was the fucking saddest part.
no,
of
he sat there
Chopper
like a
man.
man.
And then
That is
then-
true.
Yeah,
He did,
and
he
took
did.
like a man after.
And this is exactly what I mean.
It's a
We-
Still a
funny
child in
it's
my
it's
eyes.
a beautiful arc because we get to see the crew being crewmates.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
loyalty, the trust that they have. stuff
100%.
Like
We get to
Mhm.
see Zoro and
The
Sanji
insights.
working together in that
Oh.
Davy back.
Yep.
Boy, when they're like,
So
when they're
funny.
both in the ground, they're like,
I
all
think
right.
I think they fought each other in this arc too.
They did.
They
yeah,
did,
they're
yeah,
like,
they did.
all right,
Yeah.
we need to like hold off for just like
The
5
combo
minutes.
attacks,
Bro.
the combo attacks
So
that they fire
funny.
off are so good.
so.
By the
clean.
way, I want to point out before that happened, they were fighting over who was the ball.
100%.
And
true, yeah.
and Sanji didn't want to be the ball, and then Nami said, "Oh, you look cute in that." And he's like, "I'm the ball.
I'm the ball,
I will be
baby."
the ball."
Also,
Simp.
side note, Foxy very much tricked our heroes. So we only ended up getting 2 crewmates in this battle, where the Foxy Pirates had 3, and a lot of them being giants and or fishmen.
Yeah.
Very strong, very strong.
Also, this is the first time we see the admirals.
Yeah.
Yep.
We get Aokiji.
We
for
get
the first
Aokiji,
time.
yeah, and then this is where-
Kuzan!
Yeah.
Boy.
Bro, that
When
that
we see
moment
his little
was-
bike on the fucking
Bro.
sea. with his little stream of ice that he's making.
I
He's
think,
Frozone.
I think he is the best pre-time skip admiral.
Yeah, he was
He's my
scary
favorite.
for that. For
I
that
think the
one
scariest
scene.
pre-time skip admiral was Akainu.
Oh, scariest, yes.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Bro,
Yes.
Aokiji struck
I
fear
don't
into
know.
all of the Straw Hats. He could have taken them
Especially
out
Robin.
if he wanted to.
I
Oh, that'll
What
bring
there's
us.
a
That'll
part
bring
of
us
me-
into. Let that bring us into Water
Yeah,
7.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, there's a part of me though that does think Kizaru, they weren't necessarily scared, but like at the same time, that when Kizaru showed up, I mean this is a little head, but when Kizaru shows up, this is the first time that we see Luffy literally be like,
Which was Kizaru?
run,
The yellow guy.
Yellow,
Yeah,
right?
my
Yes.
favorite.
Yes.
like
Whoa.
run.
The South Park
That
character.
guy, I fucking love his voice actor,
dude,
man.
he's so good. But like to we've only seen him not be overly serious in this regard.
Yeah.
And like to even see that and have Luffy be, we need to run.
Yeah, Luffy got fucking destroyed. Like,
Dude, he
straight
knew.
up ice.
You knew. Well, no. I mean with
Then
Kizaru.
she.
Oh, with Kizaru. Oh, that's later.
Kizaru. Yeah.
Well,
Don't make me
that's
cry
a
out
bunch of
here.
other stuff happening as
God
well.
damn
Like,
it.
not just Kizaru. Kizaru was part of that.
So yeah, we get into fucking Water 7. We
Really
get to meet
quickly
which is
before
like
Water
yeah,
7.
yeah.
A lot of people will forget Long Ring Longland sets up one of the pivotal points of Water 7. The whole idea of the island is the reason Tangent can't continue onto the island is because it is flooded. Usually Longland is a massive kind of hand in the ground with 10 different points that are the islands.
Yeah.
So high tide, low tide. But they only get
They
high
keep
tide.
moving across
Yeah.
Oh
They-
yes.
and
islands.
They get low
Every
tide
season.
once a year
Mm.
because that's where the Aqua Laguna comes for Water 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So it drains from Longland and then gets bombarded to Water 7.
Yeah,
That's the explanation of the Aqua Laguna.
Sweet. I didn't
Connected
pair that. I didn't
world.
connect that.
Connected world.
Yeah.
World building.
Love that stuff.
And so-
Water
Absolutely
7 was
love
like
that
the
stuff.
first like it was the most like
Oh, so good.
beautiful world like island for
It
me
was
so
it was
far.
one
Like,
of the
that
most
just, like, seeing-
imaginative.
It was
One
the
of
most
well
ima-
built
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It was the most
So
imaginative. It was
cool.
like a fantasy city. Like
Dude,
it was like as soon
100%.
as I saw Water 7, I was like, I want to live there. I
Dude.
don't care
Right?
about Aqua Laguna. I want to live there,
Yeah.
dog. I'll just roll my window up. I'll be fine.
Literally.
Like,
I'll
Get,
roll
like the
my
first half of the city. And
yeah.
then-
roll my window
Fuck.
up, keep my boat inside. I'll be
Yeah,
prepared.
exactly.
I'm
Or
good.
I'll just get a scuba
bunker
gear.
down. We got this.
I will
Just
be
get scuba
ready.
gear and anchor myself to the road.
Exactly.
But also, this is where we end up learning that the fate of the Going Merry can no longer bring
Going
us to
Merry
our final
is-
Well,
The
to be
knowing
fair,
Mary,
she's
no.
taking
She's the knowing
beating
Mary.
after
Yeah.
beating with no proper.
She's
crewmate
gone
to
to
actually
the
take
sky
care.
and down from the sky with only Usopp to
Octopus
fix
and
her.
Yo,
Well,
Usopp was a killer
that's
for that.
something
He
we
was a
forgot.
monster for
Usopp-
that.
Usopp did what he
yeah,
could
yeah,
do.
We forgot the Klabauterman in Skypiea, which was the spirit of the Going Merry that showed itself for the first time.
Yes,
too.
we don't know that that's
Yeah.
the spirit though
Yeah,
until
we don't
Water
know that
7, right?
Until Water 7.
Yeah.
Because, Cuddy Flam explained
Until
that.
yeah, Cuddy Flam.
Our boy Frankie.
Forgot that fucking name.
Frankie!
God
Frankie.
Cuddy Flam. So yeah, first of all, we get Cuddy Flam,
Yeah.
aka Frankie. But before that, Robin and Usopp leave the crew.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Well, Robin,
For
Robin,
very
Robin
separate-
more
hold up.
forcely leaves
Very
the crew.
separate reasons.
Yeah,
very
Robin,
sad. They're
Robin,
not-
like sus just kind of like gets off the
Slips away.
ship and
Well,
like
because you had that guy in the mask go and he was like CP9, and then that was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, what the fuck is
fuck
that?
is
Was like,
CP9?
what is what's actually gonna happen in this arc,
yeah,
guys?
what's
Yeah.
going on?
the espionage.
Yeah.
And
And then you meet Galileo, and they're just like the fucking coolest guys ever so far.
Yeah, right?
This
guys
at this
you
point,
love, you like the city loves
We
them.
think they are.
you see the guy fly, Mr. What's his name,
Dude.
flying over the fucking.
Kaku's great. Poppy's
Kaku-
fantastic.
Dude.
Yeah, like
Bro.
fucking.
that moment where
you felt
we
safe
see
looking at
Yeah.
at Galileo. When you see Galileo, you're like, I'm
guys
safe.
can
The
do what
Straw
they
Hats
do.
are
Also,
safe.
The best part of
The Straw
Luffy
Hats are gonna make good
Timeskip
friends
is
with
at this
them,
point.
and
You're
then-
thinking like
Fight me.
the ship's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
All the way you're thinking Going Mary's gonna be fine.
yeah,
can
Galileo's
make
here.
it.
They're gonna
Luffy's
he's
too
gonna go check
stubborn.
the ship out right now, and we're totally set.
Right?
Exactly.
And boy, howdy! I mean, like you're saying that scene where he jumps off the higher echelon of Water 7 and is just free falling.
Yo,
That
Kaku
scene,
is a
Badass.
fucking
that
Absolutely
scene,
badass.
it was
That
like
shit's so
I,
cool.
no
And then
doubt
he gets to
everyone
the
was
ship
like,
and Zoro's just like, who the fuck are you?
yeah,
Oh,
literally.
hey, Usopp.
yeah. Oh fuck! And then yeah, it was Usopp.
No.
You're
He
asleep.
he
Oh
thinks
yes,
he
yeah. Oh
thinks
yeah,
it's
because he thought it was
Usopp.
Usopp.
And
Yeah,
falls
yeah, that's
back
fucking
asleep.
jokes.
Yeah.
That's
Which,
fucking
like,
funny.
when we get to the reveal, is that much more terrifying that Zoro trusted around being like, oh, that's Usopp. Yeah,
Which
sure.
is like the power of what Gully Law gave us. They
Them
gave us
noses,
like
baby.
such a sense
scary.
again of safety and of trust and of like.
The
like
government
thus-
would
this
never
far,
hurt
This
you.
is like
Yeah.
probably
Right?
the
Well,
the,
hell,
the
Boy,
traitors
would
that
you
you would
think
trust the most
twice.
the
before.
barkeep was a fucking traitor.
Bluno, yeah.
Bluno.
Yeah, but he's
Man.
cool. He's cool.
Yeah.
Bluno is cool.
So yeah, we
cool.
start that. We get there. They give the diagnosis of
Well,
the Going Merry.
yeah, they tell them that you know what? It's
Well,
not
first of
gonna-
all, we're all venturing around too on those like dinosaurs in the water,
Right.
which is
the,
fucking dope.
the like the
Yeah.
seahorses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the seahorses.
Frankie ends up stealing the money that we ended up getting.
Oh, yeah,
that
and
the Straw
Frankie's a
Hats
bad
ended up getting
guy.
From,
Bad guy.
yeah.
Quote.
ended up getting from Skypea to end up buying a new ship, and goes around and buys the world's most expensive wood.
And best
From,
wood.
yeah,
From
from
Basically,
Adam
the
tree.
The Adam tree.
vibranium of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he gets
Vibranium of wood.
he gets a what is it? A branch of the Adam tree is what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, something
correct?
like that, and it's enough to make something later.
Yes. It is a hefty size of wood, but yeah. I don't actually know if we fully get told what he spent it on either for a while. Like until closer to the end.
Yeah,
No, we don't know
it
until the very.
takes
We
it-
don't know until he joins the crew.
Yeah, what
What he
he's
spent
No,
it
I
on.
thought it was until he's talking with Usopp in his lair, and Iceberg is telling him.
Oh,
like,
maybe,
hey,
yeah.
You got to keep a hold on to these plans.
Mm.
They're gonna
I don't
come for you
remember.
otherwise.
No,
It's
I
been
think
so
I think
long.
it's alluded. Like he's kind of alluding to the fact that
Oh,
he's
okay.
wanting to make a ship, but I don't think
Oh,
it's
because
ever
didn't at the
expressed
end
that
like
he's then
Nami
going
was like,
to
"Hey,
take.
where's our money?" And Frankie was just like, "Oh, I did this." with
Yeah,
it."
yeah. He's
Yeah,
like,
I
yeah,
think that's what it
I
was.
spent it all on
That's
this
a-
piece of wood,
That's
and
at
they're
the end
like,
of Venice Lobby. Yeah,
what?
you guys
Yeah.
are right.
Yeah.
But before even that, the whole fucking Usopp arc.
yeah, dude.
One of my
Oh my
favorite
God.
fights
That
in
fucking
all
fight.
of One Piece.
Where he left, he got absolutely destroyed, and he was just like,
I hate you.
from his perspective, I guess he's like, I guess I know my place.
Yeah.
I am weak.
Yeah.
I cannot keep up with these guys, or at the very least Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy. But
The Imposter
as long
Syndrome.
as they're in the crew, we're going to be in the thick of it. And if
Yeah.
I can't keep
Yeah.
up with this, then I can't keep having a heart attack everywhere
His
I fucking
story
go.
of-
Yep.
Which is completely rational, but it's just like the way he left the crew. I was just like, come on, man. Like, I think he could have done this way more respectfully.
Well,
But that's
I
what makes it that much better because it's
Yeah.
real, it's raw,
Yeah, it's
honest.
real, and it's
Yeah,
feeling. It's
I agree.
it's his impulse. It wasn't. He didn't really think about it. It was.
no.
It was an impulse decision.
And
They
even
were
at
in
the
the. They were
end
in
of
the ship that night, and they were just like. He was like, I feel like that was just a. You know what? I'm leaving.
There was
This
a
isn't
lot
like.
of
This is not all day going. I'm thinking about leaving.
Well,
It's
and
that
also
moment.
Usopp
Usopp's like,
put
I'm gone.
Usopp ended up putting a lot of his value on the crew with the Mary because he was the one who brought
Yeah.
the Mary.
Yes.
The Mary
Yes.
was because he was joining the
And
crew.
he was probably
Yes.
thinking, because that's ending, maybe
And
I'm
also
ending.
a
Yeah,
tribute
exactly.
to Kaya. Like, hey, you're getting rid of something that's important to me. Are you also willing to replace me if all of a sudden I'm gone?
Yeah.
Are you guys willing to replace me when all of a sudden we get to the point of strength that I'm no longer useful?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going through his
It's
mind.
very key, very
Yeah.
key, like, character development for him.
Mhm.
100%.
And I think there's also this whole scene, this whole set of scenes ends up really showing off a lot of character.
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
You see
in this.
Zoro's speech of
Dude, the
being like,
Zoro
we're not
speech of-
playing pirates. We're pirates, and he fucked us over. And
Yep.
we need and
You
it's
cannot
me or
go
him.
back.
Yeah.
I'm leaving this crew if you just let him back on this
Yeah,
crew because
you're
we
not.
can't.
You
Second
cannot.
He
We're not
has
playing
to
house.
apologize. He has
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
this,
He
that,
has to
yeah.
apologize. He has to realize what he's done. He has to grow.
Chopper
or
Nami,
else-
you're
Well,
not the captain here.
Yeah.
You don't get to say this.
Yeah, I know. And even Luffy,
get
you're
you,
the
he's your
captain, but
friend.
I'm taking charge of this situation because
It was smart.
I am like, I guess I don't know if it's official yet, but he's like vice
Technically
captain
vice,
for
yeah.
fucking
I'd
sure.
say so, yeah.
Oh.
But like
100%.
The right arm. of the
his
king.
regardless of him not being captain or not, Zoro being one of the second strongest Straw Hat, like his opinion really fucking matters because
Yeah.
no matter like how much he can't find his way, and no matter how much he sleeps and is just a silly bitch, like he's extremely important, and like he fucking like he
That's a good way to explain
he
it.
like wouldn't have. The Straws wouldn't be where they are without him or Usopp.
100%.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at
but
the
they'd
same
be
time, what
alive.
if-
They'd be
but-
alive longer if they had
But
Zoro.
that's the beauty of Usopp's arc in Enies Lobby, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Well,
And then the fight.
I would also just say too, like the fact that it was Usopp made this choice.
He's got to go through
Don't like
himself.
he's a man.
Yeah.
He knows
Yep.
what he's doing. And then the
Yeah.
fact that we have Sanji be like, he's right.
Yep.
Zoro's right.
Yeah.
That's big for Sanji to agree with Zoro.
Mhm.
Legit. Like
Huge.
and it's like it's not a matter of sure I would love to have him back. That's not what we're discussing here though.
No.
Gotta
No.
respect.
This man is showing us at this point that he won't be able.
He's holding us back.
He's not just holding us back, he's holding himself back because he's going to be a liability on the battlefield.
Again,
He's
because
also
he's gonna.
disrespecting the captain.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. He challenged the captain to a fight and got absolutely domed. But like,
He did a little
man,
bit
but
of
he
his
did.
own.
Yeah, he
did
did
a little with
fucking
them
damage.
dials. With
That
them
was a
dials.
frustrating fucking fight. Watching
Luffy
Usopp
did
just
not
destroy
wanna do
Luffy.
that, though.
Also,
Luffy
yeah.
did
Usopp
not
using
expect
his
that.
lies to show blood with ketchup and all of a sudden get right in his face with the dial.
Just the fucking like
He was smart.
the that like 2-minute stint of him just not letting Luffy breathe at all, just
Yeah.
constantly shooting, dial, shoot, dial.
Also,
Just
from
watching it was
here-
so stressful, man.
From here until Usopp officially joins the crew again, Luffy does not smile
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Oh yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, I didn't
He
really
doesn't
think
smile
about
at
that.
all during Enies Lobby. He does not. I mean, he might like grin or grimace when like facing.
But it's
off
not a
against the
smile
royal
of
government,
joy.
But it's
Yeah.
not joy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's important.
It's like,
Because
we're
like,
gonna
the
win,
whole
or
idea
that
of
kind of
joy
shit,
is
if
super
anything.
important to the story as it is.
Because the point of the
Yeah.
adventure isn't to just fuck shit up and move on. It's to
No.
have fun and explore and to
With people
get
that you
to know
care about.
people and to
Friends.
build
Yeah.
community and to get to know the world
Mhm.
and to find the One Piece.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why it's a romance.
Yeah.
There's joy to the adventure.
Yeah.
It's
So
a beautiful
Usopp's
journey.
fucking gone.
And we run in
And then Sniper King joins the crew.
dude,
Little
that
later.
guy came out of fucking nowhere, but
Yeah.
man, he's so useful. I love him.
Jokes aside, real quick, because I know this is a meme in the community, but Soga King ends up being super important to Usopp's development later,
Mm-hmm.
and super important now.
They are very
Also,
good.
keeping
Separate
jokes aside, I
characters.
like.
Yeah,
Never mind
not
then.
neither.
It's
I
okay.
won't. I won't
Cat.
suspend the disbelief. But I just like how this thing, how they phrased it in this fucking
Yeah,
thing.
no.
Yeah.
I just needed to say it at least once so that
Yeah.
anyone else who's jumping
Um,
in who has no idea about One Piece sits back and being like, "Oh, what is this?" It's a meme in the community. We're gonna continue addressing it as such.
We
Um.
love that. By the
so
way,
yes.
when
The theme
Robin
song?
leaves herself as well, other than Usopp, after she leaves,
Oh, they had that. She has that moment with Sanji, right?
yeah,
Yeah, Sanji
Sanji-
infiltrates the
Sanji
secret-
and his little stealth mode, bro. Oh my
Mr.
god,
I love how
That
Sanji
guy.
every arc he's just like Irish goodbyes, but then pulls the biggest clutch of the
He's
arc
some of
every
the-
time.
Yeah, he's so bad at some like. I love that
He's good.
scene. When
Everyone's
he's-
just like, "Where's Sanji?" for 10 episodes, and then
Yeah.
he's just like,
I love how
winning.
everybody's like, we can't find Robin, while Sanji's under the arch and he lights his
Yeah, he's
his
like,
cigarette and he's like, "Bingo, I got you."
"Yeah."
I love that. It's so badass.
yeah, it's
It shows he's very capable on his own. It
Yeah.
shows so much.
Yeah.
I can't even say.
Well,
what I
all the
just
Straw
had in
Hats are
my
pretty
head.
capable on their own for the fact that like most of these important arcs, I say in quotes. You can take that as you will. But,
They are all important.
they're
arcs, I
all
feel like.
separated for mostly all of them.
Sorry, I have to take
yes,
it out
yes,
like
I
this.
know.
Because I had a major revelation.
Yeah, that's really true.
I hadn't ever thought of it like that.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
also
really cool.
to a degree, without saying anything, that's
There's very-
also part of the story.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so
How do
much
we-
depth.
I'm
so-
gonna leave
The
it at this.
regression, like
There's
I'm
depth
gonna leave it at
all
this
the way
just so we
through
don't
it. Like, it's-
alienate.
it's
How do
just
we
one of
see
those
the
things.
betrayal of CP9 again or Galila? How do we find that out again?
When-
masks
oh,
when they're
it's when-
going to assassinate Iceberg.
Yeah, Iceberg
Yes,
gets hurt and he's in his
Iceberg.
room.
He's
who was Tom's son essentially, along with Cuddy Flam,
Oh, yeah, we
aka
haven't even
Frankie.
gotten to Tom yet.
And
I guess
Cuddy-
his-
and
his
Tom's whole
flashback's in
backstory.
Enies Lobby, is
no,
it? Or is it
it's,
here?
It's in Water.
It's in
7
Water
because,
7.
because
Yeah, it
Frankie
is.
joins the crew to join and get us to.
Well, no,
Enies.
Frankie
He
got
doesn't
kidnapped.
join the crew. He helps them in Enies Lobby. He
Yeah.
doesn't join the crew
Yeah,
till
Frankie
way
got
after.
kidnapped because he
Yeah.
has the plans for Pluton.
Because at the end, remember, they
It
end
was
the arc, and
Usopp's
then Luffy's
doing.
like, "I'll give you back your underwear if you join my crew."
Yeah.
No, I know he's
And
not
then
like
Robin does
officially on
the-
the crew,
the
but like
worst thing
he's
possible.
taken on the crew.
Robin does the
For
worst
the
thing
arc.
possible.
Yeah, he is
The
helping.
clasp
Yeah.
on his nuts.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Dude.
god.
Oh,
That was
side note.
that hurt me.
Sea Train.
Cool.
Sea Train.
Sea Train.
Very cool.
Sea Train.
Tom.
Like its own tiny mini arc, and it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Also,
A few
just-
episodes.
the
beautiful.
fact that like Zoro is literally so fucking reliable.
Oh, brother.
My
Fucking Timmy
guy.
sitting
Their
there looking
combos
like,
getting
I'm
through
gonna
those
go for this,
waves
and all
in
of
the
a
Ennie's
sudden
lobby
just be
arc, like
nah.
Luffy and Zoro's combos.
Yeah.
Dude.
Getting through that water, like
Getting
holy
through the
shit.
water.
Just being like, Zoro, are you ready? Yep, and
Yep.
then go into the front.
Dude, that's what I
Oh.
mean.
They already,
Luffy
like-
doesn't need to communicate a goddamn thing
No.
to his crew
Dude, he
because they
knows.
all know.
They know.
They-
At least Zoro. Zoro's always
Yeah. Dude,
ride or
Zoro's
die.
way
Yo,
ahead.
Luffy,
I
tell me
got
when.
you.
Even Frankie, like they'll be on the
Yeah.
ship, and then even Nami will just be like Frankie, and then Frankie will be like on it, like yeah,
Already doing it. Don't worry
You
about
just
it.
have to say you just have to say a crewmate's name in a certain tone, and you
Yeah.
just know. That's how
Oh,
much.
I fe-
That's
yeah,
how
I felt
amazing
it.
their connection is. None of them knew each other
Robin
before.
Swan.
They've all got
They've
their
all known each other
specialities,
at this
bro.
point for like 4 months.
Yeah.
Only two.
2
It's one of
months,
those things
yeah.
where
Like,
everybody's
even-
got their specialities, so they all know what they're good at, what
To
they're going to
give
be
an
doing.
idea,
Mhm.
From East Blue to the
Grand Line.
halfway through
Or
the
halfway
Grand Line at Shibodi and up to Marineford, I think it's only 2 or 4 months.
Yeah, it's not long at all.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
insanely
Yeah.
short, but
Like,
still, it
Luffy's
shows
stint-
the bonds they make and how strong
Yeah, it just
they
shows
are.
you how strong the bond is, how strong
and what
the
they
team
go
is.
through, right?
And yeah, and how like how
Really builds.
deserving Luffy is to be king of the pirates if all of this shit has happened in 2 months.
Literally,
Like if he
How
can,
long did it take? I don't know.
Ace
Yeah.
wasn't even that quick.
Ace was
No.
looking for Teach that all time.
That slow ass.
Yeah, like,
not wrong.
and then we see the betrayal. We see
Yeah,
Iceberg get fucked.
that's such a cool part of the story too.
Yeah,
That's like-
reveal.
that
that's
was
really
one
when
I
we
didn't see
start to-
coming either. That was one of the. There
was
was
one of
some
the
things
best
going into One
reveals.
Piece that I knew was happening,
Mm.
like Ace dying. Like I knew he was gonna die. I knew about Whitebeard dying. I knew like certain plot points,
Here and there,
but I did not know about this CP9 switch.
yeah.
Dude,
It's,
And
it
I
was
was-
bait and
yeah.
switch. It's
insanely
good.
well done. Like
Yeah.
it's hidden, you don't expect it at all ever going into it.
Nope.
It's wild.
And then I think also the fact that then the way it really sets up the whole fact of like, no man, the Marines,
Yeah.
you can have good people in there. Don't get me wrong.
Who
And
is
you
the
do.
fucking good guy?
Garp.
On the show?
We got our good guy Garp.
There's
But,
one
like-
good guy in the show, and his name is Kobe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kobe.
Nobody else.
Smoker has respect.
Smoker's
No,
pretty cool.
he got respect, but like,
Can't lie.
We're pre-times.
Like Kobe's definitely the epitome of hope and goodness. And
Kobe definitely is.
he's
what a
in.
Marine
Also,
should
side
be.
note, Helmeppo, that glow up.
Yeah, I don't like his glasses.
I don't like his look. Yeah, I don't like his
It's
look.
aight,
Still
it's
cool.
aight,
He's
but like
alright.
also
It looks,
His
he looks like a
haircut's better,
fucking,
that's for
like,
sure.
He looks like he's in like an '80s movie.
he looks
So
like
you're
he's
telling me
trying
the
to
butt
be.
chin look better. Just looking weird.
I can't talk about chins because of Frankie being on the crew anyway. So like,
No,
Got
no,
him.
I
he
mean,
just
like,
has like a
his
fucking
tiny-
spike chin.
His tiny one.
Oh yeah, his little think, his
Like
goatee
two
chin.
weird little mounds.
What else happens in Water 7 before Annie's lobby?
There's a
Like,
lot.
We get the.
you get the whole like Usopp and Frankie like
Yeah, they're
Shit,
how
where,
their
like-
communication.
And
where
him being
like
like, you
Usopp
need
has
to
left
let
the
the
crew.
ship
Yeah,
chill.
Usopp has left the crew, and he's hiding the Going Merry essentially in some place,
Yep.
or the Going Merry's being hidden, and he found it or whatever. I forgot. But
He's squatting.
this is where Frankie's like, let go,
Yeah.
Tom's
It's-
old workshop.
let
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
Frankie's
they're
very
in Tom's
much a big factor in
Yeah.
Usopp growing in that sense.
Yes.
And so is Robin.
Because Frankie
Yep.
knows enough about ships that Usopp doesn't, and he
Yep.
very much explains to him like, dude, this is not fixable.
It's not fixable, but also
And it's
like
just hard to
on.
trust. Like you come in and no matter what, like yes,
Appreciate
they're the
what it's
best
done.
shipwrights in the world. Sure,
That
it's
doesn't
hard
mean
to
you can
believe that
fix-
right away and also accept that.
Yeah, it
as
is,
well
it
as well as like
As the audience, it's not hard for me to believe
You
that
think-
Galileo is the best shipwright,
Yeah.
just because fucking visually,
Right.
look at
Well,
the
and
shit.
again,
But
an
like
example,
Luffy
Water
coming in,
7
he's not
is
gonna
the
trust
ship
them.
Is the ship right and
Shipwright
shipbuilding
island. Yeah.
Kind of like how Drum Island was the Doctor Island.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
is their
Yeah.
specialty.
Mm-hmm. They're just too blinded by their love for Mary to accept it, or at least Luffy is.
Yeah.
And Usopp.
Usopp
And
definitely.
they both put it in very different places.
Yeah.
And dealt with it in very different
Well, I
ways.
mean, like Luffy definitely had a special connection with the Going Merry.
That
Yeah.
was the future king of the pirates' first ship.
Yeah,
Which
dude.
we'll get to in post in his life.
I mean, technically second ship if you count the barrel, but
Yo, that barrel,
He
that-
did actually have that small one.
Yeah,
from
he had a
that
small ship, so
boat
third
that he-
ship.
that he
Going
punches,
Merry's third.
punches his
From,
local Sea King
yeah.
with.
Missy,
Oh,
so
con-
going
on.
on
Yeah.
the siege. Oh wait, hold on. So CP0 ends up punting Luffy in between two buildings.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
after
Oh
the
yeah,
forgot
and
about
then
that.
Zoro
Luffy's
into
about to
the
show up.
chimney.
Zoro's in a fucking chimney.
Yeah.
Everything else is going on. Sanji's
Another
trying to catch
example
up
of
Robin.
we need to yoke the main characters because they're too strong.
Right?
They need to be.
No,
in this.
was it?
I will say Lucci like one hit
Yeah.
Luffy completely to go to the other side.
Yeah, and this was
But
also like Lucci was like the first. I mean, I guess Enel also, but like Luffy was like one of the or Lucci, two similar of names, but also, was like the first one where I was like, I know Luffy's going to beat him. This is One
But
Piece,
also,
but like
like-
this is going to be like the hardest one so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Also,
Wasn't Zoro pissed that Luffy got out of the two buildings as well?
was he?
Yeah, I swear. He was like mad because he's like, why the hell are you this strong? I could not have done that.
I thought he helped him get out.
I swear there
I
was
thought
something
Nami
about it.
helped Luffy get out, and then
There was
I thought Nami
something that
helped
Zoro.
happened, and I thought
I
Zoro
thought-
was mad about it.
I thought what's his Chopper helped Zoro? Am I crazy?
I don't
I can't
remember.
remember.
It's-
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
It's such a small part.
Mhm.
Also, there's one of the funniest like scenes in Water 7 where Luffy tries to copy what Kaku did and
Oh
like
my
falls from the sky
Oh yeah.
and then just like gets his ass dogged. He falls into the water, starts
We haven't even
drowning.
got to Ines Lobby yet.
Shanks and Whitebeard battle?
He starts drowning
Yeah,
first of
post
all.
Ines Lobby. We're not.
We don't
And
see
it's
that
wild,
though,
bro.
We
do
haven't
we?
even gotten to Ines Lobby.
Anyway,
yet.
sorry.
Yeah, no. After Luffy fell from the sky, he started drowning, and then his crew was just like, "Oh, it's Luffy!" And they jump, and Chopper jumps in to save him. Chopper,
Yeah.
the
Chopper,
man who
yeah.
can't swim as well.
Also,
Yeah.
like
Dude.
they just need G-Man
And
on
then
that
Zoro
crew
and
because of
Sanji
how many
really
fucking
save
Devil
him.
Fruit users they have.
So
the
funny,
funniest
bro.
thing is all the Devil Fruit users will jump in after
Yeah.
Luffy first.
Luffy's the first one to be like, "I'll save him," and they're like, "Shh, are you
And then
shooting?"
Chopper
And
right
Brooke's like,
after.
same.
Brooke's like, yo.
And Zoro, the first thing Zoro's like, "Dog, you will die too.
But
I
to
can
be
only
fair,
grab
bro,
one
like,
of you."
Brooke
Yeah.
in his human life could swim.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah,
something,
that's
like,
true.
It's just an instinct for him.
Well,
Did
that
he not
was
eat
also
the Devil
Luffy.
Fruit before he died though?
He did before
He
he
did.
died, but he had 38 some years of life before that where he was able to swim.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
he
to
did.
be
Oh
fair
wait, no,
though,
he had the Devil Fruit. Never mind.
No,
I
yeah,
thought
because
he-
he had the
I
Devil
thought he-
Fruit.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
gave him second life afterwards.
Yeah, he still had the
ate
powers
it.
in him.
He
They
ate
just had
it, and
no
he was
one
just
there,
like,
dormant.
"Well, that didn't do shit,"
Yeah,
and
no,
then
I
just
can't
be-
swim.
That
was
didn't
a
do
normal
shit.
human
I'm
who
gonna go
couldn't swim.
swimming.
Drowns.
Water hurts.
I will say the last thing for Water 7 on me, Tyrannosaurus is the best name for a fucking mouse ever, and and Hattori. I'm
The-
sorry.
Oh yeah, the muscle
Hattori-
mice, right?
Hattori's the
Is that this anime? No, that's Demon
the bunny?
Slayer.
Yeah, that's Demon
Slayer.
I'm mixing up my anime now. That seems like a too.
Oh
Hattori's the dove.
yeah, the
Lucci's-
dove that Lucci
Lucci's
has on
dove.
his shoulder.
The one that speaks.
Yeah,
What?
which
Because Lucci
come on,
didn't
Hattori
speak, right?
has to be Lafitte, right? Lafitte has to have a zone pigeon fruit. He
Oh.
has those wings that he can bring in and out. Hattori can talk.
Hey man,
It's gotta happen. If
I
he's, and it
mean-
also would explain how he can get into Marineford to talk and to bring up Blackbeard because he already has.
Joie.
That's
CP9.
interesting. That's
Yeah,
an interesting
no,
theory.
Joie.
It's definitely an interesting
That's
theory.
the thought, at least.
Because Lucci didn't talk for the most of
He
the
did
beginning.
ventriloquism, which was
Yeah.
explained, but I can also see Oda being like, "Nah, Hattori could just talk." It's
Yeah.
Lafitte."
It's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a very interesting theory.
Now
that's for
the
sure.
the I Want to Live arc.
Oh,
Man.
Oh man.
So we meet the Frankie family. Robin is back on the crew. A lot of shit happens in this Gear 2,
Yeah.
Gear 3.
Diablo
Um,
Jamble.
Bro, the reveal of Gear 2 is phenomenal.
This
Dude,
is also the
against
flag.
Bruno?
The
Yeah.
flag gets
Yeah.
shot by
Bruno.
Sniper King.
My God.
Like-
Usopp also meets Oimo and Kashi, the
Yeah,
two giants.
the
at the
throw
Yes,
to the
Usopp meets the
giant.
giant.
Who
Yeah.
ends up
Yo.
helping him get through his phase as Sogeking as well.
Yes.
My
Yep.
gosh.
God,
And then
how to
even
deal with
for-
trauma with Sniper King.
Oh,
There's
let's
a lot that
reveal,
happens.
Zoro's sword style with Sogeking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Usopp sword.
The Usopp's
So much.
Straw
the
Hats
Going Merry also sunk
Yeah.
Yeah, it came back and
But this is also the first time.
for the first time, I guess. Yeah, sunk
Yeah,
the first time.
Well, no, sung for the first time, which is a massive moment. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about that first before I jump into the point I'm thinking of, because who here thought, before you were going to read this masterpiece of a story, that you would cry over the death of
Oh
a
my
ship
God, bro.
100%.
and its funeral? A
no, I
Viking
didn't.
That was the
funeral, I
saddest
I would have
shit
never
ever.
thought I could cry over wood that's been put together to make it the shape of a lamb or
yeah.
a sheep. And my God, that shit
I'm an
tore my
emotional
heart
bitch.
apart. That tore my heart apart
What?
like it could
Thank you
not.
for letting me get you this.
Yeah, that was what she said,
My
right?
God.
Or something on the loan.
Or
Yeah.
or it was I'm sorry I couldn't bring you further
Yes.
or something
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
I wish I could have.
I wish I could have done
been
more
on
for
all
you.
your
God, dude.
adventures, sort of.
Like,
Her
it was
just
even one of those moments
going
where
Mary
like, I
pleading
think-
like I know this is my time, but I'm sorry.
And it's one
And
of
I
those things
wish-
I
where
think even
when
Zoro almost cried at this.
yeah, they were
He was
all
Yeah.
like they were all
very
standing
stoked.
there. You could tell Sanji was on the brink because he was lighting his
Yeah.
his cigarette. Like
he was trying to hide it.
I need to fucking
everybody was
smoke.
feeling
And obviously
it, bro.
everyone else, every devil fruit user is a crybaby, except for maybe Robin.
But
Hey,
yo,
Hey,
man,
you gonna
you-
say?
I think
Chopper's a crybaby?
Yes,
I think-
absolutely.
I think
Get up,
everybody
you idiot!
I think everybody felt that one, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
one of those
Yep.
those situations.
So many good fights. Also, the perfect example of Oda being able to let Luffy loose
Mhm.
Yeah.
because
forward.
right because he usually has to keep obstacles like the Naga in Skypiea. I think its name was Naga. Where Luffy had to be in its stomach, otherwise he'd
snake.
win.
Big snake.
Also, like fucking.
But in this situation, he can just allow Luffy to jump off, screw the plans, and run straight for the world government.
The frustration I have with Sea Prism Stone is unbelievable. Also, like the fucking just
It's
the whole
everywhere,
arc with
man.
them
It's
walking.
everywhere.
What's his name? The officer with the
yeah.
like walking Robin up and just
Oh, I forgot his name.
beating the fucking shit out of her every
Oh,
5 minutes. When,
Spandam.
Yeah.
Spandam when he tried.
Spam.
Every
Spam
time
can.
Robin get away, she's
A
just like
villain I
Spandam.
love to hate.
Spandam,
Yeah.
the guy with the mask,
Sputum.
the shitty Bane mask he has,
Yeah.
and his little
what a
elephant
fucking
sword.
completely unredeemable
He's a
villain.
fucking
Like,
piece of shit.
yeah, like,
But he got what he needed. He got his
He
ass
got his
whooped.
comeuppance.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
Except, yeah, no, he got his comeuppance.
He did
But
get
then
his
he
ass
got
whooped.
kind of like he got that ego shot when Sniper King declared war on the government, on the
right?
world
It's like
government.
he wouldn't do that. And then
Shoot
Luffy's
that
like,
flag,
shoot
and
it.
without
So
hesitation,
did
Yeah.
Sniper King's just like, okay,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Doom.
speaking
Also-
of that, he also did get his new slingshot.
Yeah.
yes,
Kabuto.
he got the Kabuto.
Dude.
which is kind of banging. I love that thing.
I think
it's
as
hardcore.
well
And also like weird that Usopp has the
Dial-powered.
Kabuto as well, but like
I
whatever.
know, right? It's
Yeah,
just
no,
like
that's-
I guess he
that's
traded
what-
it off. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I don't need this for now."
They
And
are
yeah,
good
Chopper
friends.
even noticed like, why
Sniper
does
King is
Usopp
from
have
the
Sniper
land of the
Kings like in
snipers,
Thriller
after
Bark? Usopp or Chopper was like, why does Usopp have Sniper Kings? Whatever.
Forget about it. I'll ask later.
Also
Yeah.
important to bring up for Inish Lobby. Inish Lobby is part of one of the three major
Government
government
bases.
buildings.
Yeah.
The one of the two
Strongholds. Government
Yes.
strongholds.
one of the
Yeah.
three that Luffy is about to fuck up.
Well, this is the first one. The second one's Impel Down, and the third one is Marineford.
Marineford.
But
Also
they're
all three. Okay, so they were all
held
fucked.
back by the gates of justice.
Yes.
So not everyone can enter. The only reason they were able to enter was because the sea train was allowed because they were harboring Nico Robin.
Yes.
Yeah, the sea train was allowed through because.
Well, because they had CP9 authorization,
And
secret government pass.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. And then the second train that was coming back, they didn't know, so they were able to sneak in a little bit, and then Luffy fucked that up.
and the whole
Uh,
backstory with Ohara, like the books.
Ohara, yeah.
Ohara with the
Ohara
did
is-
she.
Look,
God.
Saul.
That was where you
Jaguar
go like,
Lee
Aokichi,
Saul.
fuck this guy.
Also, first giant with the D.
Yes.
He's a member of the D clan.
I mean,
A
there's
Oh, the
plenty
Will
of
of
them.
D?
There's plenty of them with the
Jaguar
D,
D
but he's
Saul.
the
Whoa.
D.
He's got the D.
No, but like the
The big
idea
D.
that
That capital
Vice
D.
Admiral Saul left the Marines because he knew this Buster Call was going to happen, and then tried to warn O'Hara about it.
Yep.
Only
realist,
for
bro.
everything
He's-
to come crashing down.
And
I
Robin
think-
to see her mom just pass her and not even get to talk to her after all those years and like
Also,
I thought
and
there
her
was
just
like a-
being
I
like,
swear
I'm
there
not
was
your
like
mom.
There was like a hug they had, and I think they both knew. in
The,
my
well, they
opinion,
both
but-
knew, but Robin's
Well, she
mom
knew, at
wouldn't
least.
say anything.
It's
Yeah,
one
the
of
mom knew.
saddest
Yeah.
backstories
But I think Robin
in-
knew.
Because Robin's like, you're my mom. You are my mom, aren't you? And
And
she's
it's-
just like, oh, fucking
It's
la,
not
la, la,
only
Who
a
dat?
backstory for
Kids?
Robin,
No, I don't have no.
it's a backstory for Aokiji.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Kuzan's sense of justice changes in this moment.
Yep.
Throughout his flashbacks so far, we've learned that he is respected and followed Garp's sense of justice until O'Hara incident where he saw Akainu slaughter millions.
Yep.
They had the civilian ship out ready to go.
Who called the Buster Call for O'Hara again?
Spandam.
Spandam.
Spandam?
No, Spandam's dad.
No,
No.
yeah, it was his dad.
Wait, what did Akainu have to do with
His
it
dad.
again?
Akainu was one of the captains at the time, but
Yeah.
or one of the vice
He was the
admirals
one who
at the
called the
time.
first shot, wasn't he?
But
Oh,
when,
okay.
when
I don't remember that.
Aokiji and a bunch of others got all these civilians off, Akainu made the call to destroy the civilian ship.
Yeah, that's
leaving
what it
no
was.
survivors of O'Hara and forcing Aokiji to
Yep.
freeze his friend, lifelong friend, Jaguar D. Saul.
Which one was
Ah.
Jaguar G Saul again? That was
The
the
giant
giant that with
giant.
Robin, right?
Yeah.
That's dead as she. Yeah, that one.
I love that man.
Fuck. I thought she was gonna
Leaving
pull out the.
him in-
I thought adult Robin was gonna pull out that laugh, but she
leaving,
didn't.
leaving him in ice
I love it.
and the fire behind. But the best part about it, and one thing that I realized recently, Saul taught Robin to laugh, right?
Yep.
Who else has a laugh like Saul's? Luffy.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
It's a little bit
Relatively.
lower in
Yeah.
tone,
It's a little different.
it's more
but
giggly than laugh, but yeah, I
but
see.
he has the she.
The most like tame villain laugh so far is I think Blackbeard's.
I love that one, man.
It's like it's very classic evil laugh. It's
I
good,
love
It's
it.
a good laugh.
but it's not like
Or
like
even
this kind of shit. Yeah.
Yo, y'all heard
Hold
Whitebeard's
on,
laugh?
hold on.
Y'all hearing Whitebeard's laugh? That shit sucked.
Yeah.
That shit sucked. Oh my god, it was trash.
Choking.
It's horrific, bro.
I will say, I like how Oda, and one of the things Oda does, if you've not noticed before, everyone has a unique laugh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's very good for
Every
like,
antagonist.
That's-
more
It
so,
allows you
every
to
antagonist.
recognize characters quickly
Mhm.
without seeing them, stuff like that.
So yeah,
So
post Ennie's
cool.
lobby. Well, fucking Ennie's lobby arc 10 out of 10. By the
Fucking
way.
great.
You also get the
you
get
get
the
the
line-
line. You get the lineup of them.
We
on the
did
fucking
skip
thing
Rob
at
on the
Lucci
edge.
versus Luffy, by the way.
Oh
That's
yeah.
also true.
We skipped Rob Lucci versus Luffy.
Hold up. I'm not even there yet. I love the moment where Luffy's getting like almost knocked off the edge into like the giant waterfall area of Ennie's lobby,
Yeah.
and there's then the army of soldiers trying to like stamp his hand down.
Oh yeah.
That then they break the ledge off, and Luffy's like, "I'ma climb up over top of you bitches,
Yeah.
bye."
I love how Robin's so useful with the. Oh no, our crew member's gonna fall because they're unconscious. And Robin's just like, and then just like rolls them over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She showed her versatility definitely on that front.
I mean,
Yeah.
Her ability's really cool.
Also, side.
Underrated.
Oh.
Continue.
No, okay. Yeah. So I was saying the idea, Gear 2 sometimes comes out of nowhere for some people, but it's one of those techniques that Luffy created. I don't remember if it was in the spur of the moment. I can't remember exactly how it was explained, but he ended up creating it so that he wouldn't lose another one of his crewmates.
Yeah.
To be able to be like, okay,
Also, thus
This
far in the
is
story,
where we're
Luffy's
at.
created multiple more Gum like things. Like the
Yep.
firework festival, he created the Gum fireworks.
Yep.
He's
He's
done
creative.
like Gum Volcano. I think was one that
Well,
he has.
I
and,
thought
like,
he-
after watching I can't remember his name right now, pinwheel hat guy, but
Yeah.
after doing that in Arlong Park, immediately did a pinwheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his what was
He's-
yeah, he did. No, yeah, no,
he's
he
a
just
da-
jumped
he-
into the
that
ground. didn't
motherfucker
he, or something like
adapts.
that? Yeah.
And then oh no, my foot stuck.
Yeah.
dude,
He doesn't think all the way through, but he's got the right idea.
Well, you see one.
Well, also,
That
sorry.
was also early though.
yeah.
Well, he doesn't use them always because they're not always necessarily the most useful.
Yeah.
But he is definitely getting more
There's few that are very
adaptive
useful.
to the
But
situation.
a pistol, that one's very useful.
Speaking
Gatling,
of adaptive into fights,
so they're bad.
Luffy versus Bluno, where you get second gear for the first time, and he absolutely decks him.
I'm pretty sure in that Bluno tells him that he needs to be faster if he wants to beat him,
Yeah.
and
And then
that's
beats
why
him.
he was
'cause
like,
all of a sudden
say
we
less.
also learned about
Yeah.
the six
Gear two.
powers.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing the
Six
six
powers
powers.
for the first time.
Iron Body and
Yeah.
So
all the
good-
other ones.
Iron
Luffy might have
Body,
adapted that to like
Finger
be his own
pistol,
gear.
Skywalk.
Skywalk, which is going to be massive moving forward.
Yep.
Like
Oh,
everybody
his
uses- a lot of people
Blue
use
Nose
Skywalk.
power,
Yeah.
devil fruit power is also sick. The door.
Yeah.
It's
You also see some
broken.
people in
Stealthy.
Sabaody that have those powers. I think, like you hear a couple Iron Bodies here and there in some fights. I
Yep,
think,
yep,
yeah.
yep. I mean, you start to. So this is. I mean, it's not necessarily explained, but we've seen parts of it. You have a general idea of the concept, especially by the end of the places that you are currently. This is your first opportunity at seeing some of the different forms of hockey being used.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Like-
and you get that introduction with the gears too. Like
Yeah.
you get Gear 3 for the first time too, where he busts open the tunnel.
Yeah.
You don't see it, but you just see third gear. Hear the punch, and then you just see like little Luffy
Yeah.
walking through.
Yeah.
And then the best characters in Water 7, don't fucking at me, are what's her name, the grandma and the little kid. They're the best
100%.
Yeah,
characters.
they're pretty fun.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're the best
Also-
characters.
The little girl is funny.
The
as
little
hell.
girl is
Yeah.
probably like my favorite character in that arc, honestly.
She's genuinely
What's her name?
She was so
Is it-
funny.
I can't remember.
I think it's
One
is
of
it
the only
Kokoro?
like
I think it's Kokoro.
one of the kids in One
Kokoro's
Piece.
No,
the
Granny-
grandmother.
Oh, that's
That's
Granny
Granny
Kokoro.
Kokoro.
The
That was
fact that
close.
she's a mermaid too.
Yeah, that's wild.
That
makes perfect
Sanji
sense
kept like
because-
fucking like
Absolutely
vomiting
wild.
over.
Which makes
I
perfect
hate
sense
this.
because Tom was a fisherman and Tom.
Yeah,
the
he
backstory we
hated
didn't
it.
get to
Yeah.
yet,
It's like they're supposed to be beautiful. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
he
was
went
one of
inside
was
him.
the world's best
Shipwright. He's
shipwright
the
who
one.
created the Oro Jackson, which was Goldie Roger's ship,
Yeah.
and was executed as such for doing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He also had made the sea train. He was the mentor and father figure of both Iceberg and Cutty Flam before he changed his name to Frankie.
That whole story I think was actually really well put into. Gives you a good reason as to why there is interest in having someone like Frankie on the squad, but I think seeds it really well for us down the line to be able to talk about things like Pluton again.
True.
And
Yep.
like, because my guy he's burned them now and he's destroyed them, but he knows it. He has the plans in his head.
Yeah.
So I'm certain that we see something along these lines of these plans getting discussed more. Or
I wonder if
something.
Frankie could
like-
and I don't know if this has happened in the series so far. If this is something that's unrealistic, because he can modify his body. Can he modify his brain?
Ooh,
Mm.
interesting.
Can he upload those blueprints so if he forgets, he can access them?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I think there's something.
an interesting
recently
Or can
thought.
he just
Yeah,
like
I think
do
there's
like the
something
Star
recently that
Wars
could
thing and like
facilitate that, but I can't say.
It's an interesting
Okay.
thought. That's
Mm.
for sure.
he's
I
got
don't
a
even know if it
human
would
brain
be
though still,
possible,
right?
though.
Yeah.
He's got his
Pretty
human
sure.
brain, right? It's
Yeah,
just
no,
his
he
body
still
that's
has his
fucking
human brain.
Yeah, he's
and he
just
has
made
the
his
front-
body
the
better.
back half
and
of
skin,
his
right?
body.
Is
Yeah, his
artificial.
Back half of the body's
Yeah.
also normal.
Oh yeah, it's
That's why he
the
wears a
back he
t-shirt, bro.
just fixed, right?
No, it's his front half of his body he worked on and has replaced the front half with cybernetics,
Yeah.
and then
He couldn't reach his back,
yeah,
so
he couldn't reach his back.
this is probably what he's
Except
going
for
to do
the
in
back of the
Timeskip, I would
legs.
assume. But
Yeah.
his legs are the only.
Centaur form.
oh yeah, the most useless fucking.
Wait.
He just looks like he's
Wait,
about to like
useless.
give you
So
room
you would
Can't
be
talk-
service.
bad.
can't talk about-
Like
can't
he's about to
talk about
serve.
it
He's
yet,
about to serve room service
But-
on that fucking thing.
But he, honestly, the way that Frankie fights,
Amazing.
The best part,
Amazing.
yes,
Frankie
it's
is when he
it's Thriller
yeah,
Bark. We'll get
Thriller
to
Bark,
it. We'll
he
get to it.
builds
We'll get to
the-
it. Yeah.
he turns it into
Weapons
Fortnite.
left.
It's so yeah.
Frankie
literally.
turns
But yeah,
Thriller Bark
no,
into Fortnite.
we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Love it.
In Thriller.
All right.
So
So
post. Wait, let's do Rob
The rest,
Lucci
yeah.
versus
There's still
Luffy
there's still a bunch
before.
of like reveals with like
I'm
powers.
gonna say straight up, I love the fight. Unpopular opinion, I think Lucci is the weakest villain up to this point in the story.
I
I
agree.
think he's so
Strength
bland.
wise, or
No. I think he's such a weak,
yeah, he's not like a
weak
villain.
character.
He's not a very
Yeah,
villainy
he's
villain.
so boring.
I
But
can
that's
agree with
also
that.
be-
He's
that's
kind of just
also
like a
because
dick,
he's-
and that's it.
But
feel like
that's
we don't
also
know
because,
enough
like,
about
he
him.
was brainwashed as a child, so like it makes
I think-
sense.
And he's got the
I-
CP9 wall up too. Like he's
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
work. Like like he's not gonna.
I do love
show
that fight. That's
himself.
probably one of my favorite.
I think
fights.
I would say from myself that I understand what you mean in terms of how it felt like in terms of dialogue and everything. We didn't get anything that was overly satisfying or overly juicy. I think that's intentional.
Oh no, it definitely
Because-
was intentional.
Or
I can say that now in the
Yeah.
story, it was intentional.
yeah, because like it feels like there's even more opportunity for this character to really
Lucci.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
'Cause this-
over here.
He's kind of the first guy we meet that has a devil fruit and side abilities on top because of the
Yeah.
six powers.
He's more of a genuine threat
Yeah.
than we realize. This is a step up in power.
He's got 7 powers, bro.
He's got 7 powers. Well,
Well, and let's be real, like
DF.
out of everyone, he's been the closest to actually like defeat Luffy. They were on like 1-to-1, and that's
Yep.
it.
Well, he
Yes.
paralyzed Luffy at the end of
Yeah,
the fucking
basically.
thing. Like
Well, because
Dude.
he had
also
no
Luffy
strength.
pushed himself way too far with his gears as
It was
well.
gears
Also,
3
the
that
gears
put
kind
him
of
on his,
take
put him on
away
his ass.
some of his lifespan.
I
Yeah,
mean,
three
like
puts him on
if
his
we're
ass.
going
Well,
like if
he-
the
he
gears take away his
literally 'cause he's
lifespan
blood
and the
dumping.
war, he
Yeah.
probably has like 5 fucking years to live. It
Right?
seems, but like
I think the fight with Lucci was super good because of
It's a great fight.
because of the ending on how Luffy's like thoughts is I can't fall here.
And then
I
Usopp
can't
also
fall here.
being like, Luffy,
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
I need you to do this
Yeah.
for me because if you
Usopp,
don't,
yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like their
if
brotherhood
you die
and parallel
here,
show
we're
really
all
well.
fucking
And
done,
he takes
bro.
off the mask for him
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
And
But
it's
then
like,
Luffy's still like,
Usopp, how the
Usopp,
fuck
where
get
the
here?
fuck did you come from?
Doesn't
I love
matter,
it.
you
I
gotta
absolutely
do
love
guy.
it. I love
Huh?
it.
My
Oh
guy.
yeah. Also, random marine has a rust fruit and rusts one of Zoro's swords.
Yo, that
Oh
pissed me
yeah,
off.
I was like, what
Convenient
the fuck?
devil fruit is convenient.
Also-
That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And then bye.
Also,
fuck
Bye.
off.
Bye.
Never see you
Have
one of
again.
the
Bye.
weirdest
Never
devil
see you
fruits.
again. Bye.
Yeah.
One of the weirdest devil fruits from a marine.
Imagine
Ball
just
guy,
rusting
who
everything.
just kind of breaks into balls and then is nothing
Fucking
else.
hell.
That's some Mineta shit right there.
Dude, it's like a round buggy.
Yeah, literally.
Sphere buggy over here.
Buggy but round. Not
but
helpful.
I would also think to say that we should not go anywhere away from Ennies without being like, I want to live.
Yeah, that's
No,
a
yeah,
huge.
That's
That
probably-
moment-
Absolutely
That
huge
moment
thing.
broke me.
Yeah.
I was sitting right here on the couch, just ah!
After
Like,
you
I
get
do
that,
too, I do
like,
too.
yeah.
I'm getting chills thinking.
I'm
of
just
it.
like,
Yeah,
say it,
literally.
say it.
It's
say it.
it's such a good payoff. You've been given so little story about Robin. She's been such a quiet character with just like points of interaction with the
Yep.
crew ever since Alabasta.
Very
Still
calm.
kind of
She's
like
very
feeling like
calm
Miss
and
All
Also, she
Sunday
never
still.
calls them by name before.
100%.
Swordsman,
Yeah.
captain,
It's always a nickname.
navigator.
Super informal.
Doctor,
And
like-
You guys
feel
are
it.
making me
You
wanna
feel
rewatch
it,
the
but
show
you
now.
Also feel
Right?
I'm
you
pissed.
also feel this inability for her to pull herself away.
Yeah, to feel like
Yeah.
she can say what she wants.
Yeah,
can
and like
decide
she's
what
always
she
like
wants for herself.
kind of engaging with it more so than before this moment, the little bits you see of her, she's like enjoying the moment a little bit more than you think you would expect from this character who's
Yeah.
very informal
It's
with
those
everything.
little
She's still kind of got
smirks.
that Miss All
Well, very
Sunday
formal.
energy.
Yes,
Very formal,
very,
not
sorry,
informal.
very formal.
It's those
Right.
little smirks she has every once in a
Yeah.
while. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
and you're
shit,
like, what,
okay,
what,
okay.
what's going on here?
She's part
and
of
then
it. I like
finally,
it.
she runs away. You're like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Is she actually betraying us? Then you find out that there's this extra degree of tragedy and trauma.
And on
Yeah.
top of it, really quickly to insert, because we forgot to mention this part of her backstory. After she was the sole survivor of Ohara and Aokiji allowed her to escape, she was put onto the government's wanted list. And as the age of 6, she had a bounty of 75.
Also, it's
million
interesting to me
berries.
Yeah.
that like the world
Nowhere to
government doesn't
go.
update the photos.
Yeah, that was wild. She was a child for that for the
She's
longest
still a
time.
kid.
Well, no,
I
'cause
know
she
people
was
can.
trying
It's
to move
it's.
around. Like she was.
I
Nobody
mean, just in
stay.
general, like
It makes sense that her photo's still a child because the whole point is she was
Really good
anonymous and no one knew who she was
Yeah.
Yeah, and like.
But
they
then-
even
yeah.
didn't know that
until
was
she
in the
joined
sure.
Yeah.
the Straw Hats and got another new one.
I do hear what you're saying.
Did she
though.
get a new one?
She does get a new one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So like after Ines Lobby, she has a new bounty.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so the
Just can't wait for Sanji to get a new one. Fuck.
dude, right? LMAO.
That poor guy.
Just wait.
Oh,
So-
brother, you'll be
Duval
excited
so
for the
much.
next one. Trust me.
But yeah, so her leaving, you finding out that there is actually a lot more to this, and she doesn't want to leave, but also that she's given up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you know as the
It's
viewer,
giving me Rhino vibes. Like, just let me fucking
God.
and let me finish the story. Let me just end
Going
my
back to
story.
Alabasta. I wanted to die. I'm now your
Yes.
responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to die down there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a
in this
huge
situation
parallel.
because of you, Luffy. You better say
Things
it.
change very
He
quickly,
goes around
clearly.
and explains like, no, I was with the government the whole time. But no.
Yeah,
that-
Yeah.
That's an
No,
excuse.
you weren't. Yeah.
It
You're
is, it
deflecting.
is.
You're deflecting how you.
You're deflecting. Tell me how you really
You
feel.
haven't said it yet.
Yeah. Literally.
Say
I
it.
love how Luffy's like, just say it.
Just say it.
And
Say
then that
it,
was
and
when
I'm
we get a
ready.
We're
smirk.
already here.
We're standing. We're waiting
We're
for you to say
here.
it.
That
That's
is
when
what-
we get
that
a
is one of
smirk
the
where
points.
Luffy's like, and then fight
He's like,
ensues.
Usopp,
Yeah.
do it.
Dude, after that point,
He's like, okay,
Oh,
cool. So we
no.
can go all out.
how
Let's
that
do
battle,
this.
how I mean, you've already broke.
Those just moments in
through a
anime in
city.
general where the character, you see that moment shift in the character where you're like, oh, I can do anything I want. I can go
Dude's
all out.
like, oh,
I
I'm,
can do
Also,
anything I
this
want.
is-
right
Yeah.
now.
on
I've
me.
been given permission.
Yeah.
Say less.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
This
Yeah.
just dawned to me as well. Ines Lobby's one of those arcs that kind of establishes character switching opponents. It
Yeah.
only happened once before with, well, it almost happened with Bone Clay, but it didn't quite happen because
The
Vivi
goat.
was a
Yeah.
twist because she figured out it was Bon Clay. But this is the first time where Sanji straight up is like, I can't fight this character. She's a woman. I
Yep.
can't hit her.
Nami, help me.
Help me!
Yeah.
Help me, please.
dude.
I can't fight Bubble Woman.
Dude, the
And
fact
then
that
there's a parallel later.
yeah, it's cool to see because like as silly as
Yeah,
it is and
Philip
as
arc.
stupid as it is, it's those sort of stupid things that I think, like, it's the silliness that Oda puts into the world.
Yeah.
Hence why I understand the arc coming up, why people don't like it as much. Well, I can understand why people don't like it as much, but that's why I very much like it. And a similar arc happens later on, post Timeskip,
Yeah.
and I would say that people tend to not enjoy that one as much, especially because where it's sandwiched. You get a brilliant, like, you get dress,
Yeah.
Yep.
right? And then it goes into whole,
Yeah.
and people are like, meh, mid on whole. And I'm like,
We were talking about
Nah.
that last night, though.
I don't-
because we were.
A little bit.
I think that the setup, the fact that we get to add these moments of silliness, these moments of
Fun.
goofiness and fun,
Mm-hmm.
because this world also has that, and
We'll bring
that
it back,
should
don't worry.
also be
Bro.
something you should be scared of.
It has weird shit. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be
Yeah.
funny. It's gonna be stupid when it
Speaking
needs
of
to be.
weird, the world building that opens up after in post in his lobby
Phenomenal.
is
Yeah.
insane. We learn about the 4 emperors for the first time. We
Phenomenal.
end up meeting Monkey D. Garp again, seeing Helmeppo and Kobe. After
Dude,
they
yeah, we get
trained
to
for the
we
first
get to see
time.
the
Yeah,
the
we get to see the
glow
glow
up,
up.
We learned
the
that
first
Monkey
Phenomenal.
D. Dragon,
sexy glow up.
We hear that Monkey D. Dragon, the most wanted man in the world, is Luffy's father, and Luffy doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's
Also-
He's like, yeah.
also
man.
that
Also,
that,
before
that
we get into that,
pays off.
let me just
Yeah,
say
let's-
we get the Thousand Sunny.
Yes.
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 We get the Thousand
Yep.
Sunny. We get a new ship. The
And
coolest ship
Highest
ever.
quality we ever needed.
Yeah.
Dude.
That
get a
shit's gonna
deck
take us to the
down.
end, boys.
They get the smart boat. Like
Yeah, yeah, we got
That'll
the
take us to
we
the
got
end.
the
First.
deck.
Yeah.
deck. And I think that the nice thing about that too is we get the person who can actually make those repairs.
yeah.
You know?
Frankie is an
I love-
awesome
I
addition
love
to the crew.
How
Yeah.
Frankie made the coup de burst because of his own ability of
Yeah.
farting out of his butt.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like a boost for him. I love that.
Dude, and
I was like,
but
hey, we need to add
What
this.
does he need?
I love it. I love it.
but you think about it, and
I
like
can
how
do
much,
this.
how many times
also,
Yeah, that's a huge
yeah.
saver.
the coup,
Huge
the
saver.
coup is like
It's massive.
So we get the Thousand
It's a
Sunny,
coup
but
d'etat.
Usopp also rejoins the crew.
Yeah.
yes.
After.
We
Thankfully,
get that apology.
Thankfully, he
We get that
apologized.
absolute last second apology where he just breaks the fuck down and is like, "I'm sorry.
Well, in the
I'm
build-up-
nothing without you. Bring me back." Kind
It's
of like
the Luffy arm stretch while he's also crying too. That's
he's
what
holding.
that's
He's
what
like,
it's
"Just fucking come on, let's
like,
go."
just grab my hand. I don't give a
And
shit.
then Zoro's smile
Yeah, that.
when he turns
Yeah,
back
and
to
Zoro's
see that
like,
Usopp
Zoro
said
has
it.
like the.
Yeah, because he's like, he
Moment.
He's
knows
like,
what he
thank
needs to
God,
do."
I really did not.
No,
Yeah,
Zoro
right?
didn't want to get rid of Usopp.
We get that
Not
moment
one
where
bit.
you
No,
pinned every
this is
straw
the
hat.
thing.
Respect. It's the respect
And it's
aspect.
and this is the whole point of him saying that too. He was not saying that when he originally says we can't go back to get Usopp. He's not saying that because he's like fuck you.
Yeah.
He's saying it because he's like, you made your choice,
You
and
dug
and
your grave.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yep.
But I respect the fact that I know you understand what that means.
Yeah, this brings a whole new meaning to Zoro's a racist because Usopp's,
Motherfucker.
Usopp's the
Dude,
darkest one on the
the-
crew.
Minority Hunter Zoro.
Minority
Oh,
Hunter,
no.
man.
That is also a meme
Shit.
in the.
Yo, get the fuck off my
Shit.
shit, boy.
Oh
Just out
fuck.
here like that.
Continuing on though, we end up learning.
Yeah. Oh, we
That-
see that. We
Oh,
see
Oh yeah,
the
we
end
see
of
the
the
we
battle.
see the Ace
Yeah.
and Blackbeard fight
Ace
too,
and
where it's
Blackbeard
like
on Arrow Island, where
Yeah.
Blackbeard
Goddamn.
Saint-
explains like
where
hey,
Ace finally
oh, wait,
finds
no, he doesn't
Blackbeard.
explain it yet. Never mind.
His
I'll
ability?
I'll bring it up in Impel
Oh.
Down. He explains his ability here though. Yes.
Yes.
Where
He gives
he
a little
can
bit of
absorb,
insight.
The powers of devil fruits, but it
Mag-
makes him
Dark,
that
dark.
much more.
Yeah.
The dark fruit. Is
That-
that what it is?
Yummy,
Dur-
yummy, yummy, yeah.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah, yeah.
Like darkness.
we also see that we
Same.
see
Yeah,
that
it was dark fruit. Yeah.
Saint Elmo's
Nice.
fire attack.
Right?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
what?
Oh my god, bro.
That
What?
That the Saint Elmo's
the red
Cross?
versus the black.
That one too. I forgot what it's called.
Domes when those final attacks are hitting.
Yeah.
it's the
Like it
it's
zooms out
Ace's
from the island
attack.
Oh yes.
Ace's like giant sun attack
Yes,
essentially.
yes.
versus
Black
pure
Beard
darkness.
Yeah.
But it says here Shanks and Whitebeard battle. Is that like a?
That's
we
when-
just acknowledge
So,
this and
That's
don't
when
see it.
that's when Shanks goes onto his ship.
Yeah, Shanks goes
Oh,
on.
they
He's
have
like,
their
"Hey,
conversation.
you need to go call back
Oh,
your
shoot,
dude."
we
'Cause they do
forgot to
have a little
mention that
clash.
He sent Rockstar to Whitebeard to warn him about Blackbeard
Also,
and
Shanks
Jaya.
has been involved in this war.
And then Shanks
Yes.
goes around
Damn.
and this time comes to Whitebeard's protection. We see Conqueror's Hockey for the first time as most of his crew goes down. And we have that moment of,
Yes.
hey, How you doing? Have some sake from my home in the West Blue.
Yeah.
You gotta bring back Blackbeard and stop Ace.
No.
It's gonna be bad.
It's not even just you got to bring Blackbeard back. I think he was like, you need to bring Ace back.
Yeah, no, that,
You
Yeah.
need to like
Yeah.
you need to get Ace to stop
call
going.
off your boy.
He would not have been able to.
He's
do that,
not.
though.
He's not gonna
No,
catch
yeah,
him.
no.
Whitebeard
Whitebeard
would
knew
not
he
have
was
been
like,
able to
I
do that.
can't do that.
No,
Like
especially
he's
at
on
this
his
sickly
own.
age.
It's
He's
just
on
like
his
trying
own
to
right
convince
now.
mean-
Luffy to do something.
I
but
mean,
it'll fucking work.
It's not gonna
Blackbeard
change.
didn't want him to go get Teach anyway.
No one did,
No.
and he was like,
No.
"Fuck it, I'm out."
And then he's like,
then he took
no, you're
responsibility.
not doing my pops dirty.
Yeah,
Then he took
Literally.
responsibility
Yep.
for his second in command.
Yeah, 100%.
which is fair. Like it was fully like I feel like that was.
It
well
was
done.
he did the right thing, as much as I also don't want to agree with it. Like, he did the thing that felt genuine to his moral.
Whitebeard or Ace?
100%.
So wait, so
Also
Shanks-
is-
He's a guy who will protect
we don't.
his
So
family.
we don't see. We didn't see them fight though,
No,
right?
we did. We
Shanks
saw,
and Whitebeard?
We saw them. Whitebeard
They
was
clash
like,
a little
okay,
bit.
This is gonna be bad. They clashed. We saw the split in the sky.
Yeah, that's
Two
it.
Yonko going up against each other and splitting the sky.
Yeah,
That's a fight.
Yeah.
that was
believe
kind
I
of
don't
it.
remember
But
that.
we do. But
It
we
literally
no,
cuts
no,
from
no,
that to
no.
them drinking
It
sake,
literally-
from what
it
I know.
literally-
Yeah,
It's
It's only like one hit split the sky
And then
to
it like
show you the power of
switch.
two Yonko attacking each
Yeah.
other.
Okay.
it's really cool
And then the new world also
because
introduced.
Whitebeard's full on like
But yeah, also
sitting in his chair full of his diseases and
Also, this
IV
is-
and
Dark-
IV and veins.
with IVs.
Yeah.
Right?
But you also still see the massive,
Yeah, he was
hulking
huge.
stature of this man.
holy shit,
He's
he was
like, what,
huge.
28
Yeah, he
feet
might have been
tall
sick,
as
but he
a
never
human?
shrunk.
No,
No.
And he's the strongest man
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah, he's
we
the strongest
also get to see the ugliest Marco ever.
dude.
Oh, no, that was when Rockstar was there.
Bro, it was gross.
It was-
Dude,
was
that
gross.
Marco is rough.
Yeah.
Pineapple head for sure.
Yeah.
Completely black hair, just shelled in a corner.
It was like some of the
I'll show you a
character designs
picture
were
after.
disgusting at that time, which is fine. It happened.
Yeah.
We
And
shelled
then
them out a
turns into
little
Marco
later.
the Phoenix later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's post Innis Lobby is a lot to end.
Post Ennie's lobby is just like, let's wrap up this.
Oh,
let's
wait.
acknowledge the big war arc
Monster
that's going to
Point.
come before we give
Yeah.
you something.
We didn't talk about Monster Point. and the
Monster
Rumble
Point.
Balls.
We got
Oh,
doped
yeah.
up
We got doped up Chopper.
Choppy.
Doped up child.
Yeah.
And
Steroid
then
Chopper.
literally the funniest fucking ending of that, where Chopper's like, I'm paralyzed, Zoro, help me. Help.
Well, I thought it was just Frankie was like, nah, I'm just gonna push you into the sea.
Oh well, yes, but no, I mean like afterwards, the after effects. We got little Luffy,
Yeah.
and like Chopper's like, I can't move. And then Zoro starts talking shit to
Chopper.
no to Robin, and Sanji's like, dude, take that back. Like
course
you
Sanji.
can't
Oh,
say
yeah,
that.
I forgot about
And
that.
then Chopper's like, yeah, you can't say that, and starts like gnawing on his leg, and Zoro's like, whoa. Dude, you're moving again. He's like, oh yeah, I am. Turns into his bulk point,
Beats
and
the
then just
shit.
starts like wrestling. He's like, never apologize. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
I
funny.
forgot about that.
Oh,
moment.
my
God.
that was worth it. That's
Oh,
really
it's,
funny.
It's so
Yeah.
the timing on it is
Or
so
like
good.
Chopper constantly being like, we need a fucking doctor. Oh wait,
I am the doctor.
Wait, I'm a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Oh shit!
candies
I'm
are
the
gonna die.
doctor.
Yeah.
Also, can
We're
we
gonna
talk about
die.
how
Yeah.
after we get the new bounties at this point?
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about
And
how,
everyone gets bounties
yeah.
at this
Yeah.
Can we
point.
talk
Yeah.
about how Chopper's bounty is only 50 berries?
I
50
fucking love
fucking
it.
Rude.
The
bucks.
pet.
I love it.
He's the pet.
Dude, I don't even
The
think
fact
that's
that
true.
they're paying for him is
I
wild.
don't
and
even think
love
that's
it.
true.
Yeah.
I think
$5
I think they also high key know that this guy is a doctor. Like has treated people, and
So they're
they
being nice
know
to
that
him.
if they like at the very least you can argue Luffy and these guys who are doing destructive things.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
gonna
they
be
don't really
really
know.
bad if we're painting this one as a high criminal when he
But like also
Is,
if you see
like,
the
when-
morals of the fucking
But,
Navy and the
yeah,
war, it's like
no.
what the fuck would that even
Also,
matter to them?
I
no,
understand
but
what you're
they
saying.
smarter. They smarter
Here's
than
the
that though.
I understand what you're
explanation.
saying, but you literally like earlier we said the government literally killed a man who just built a ship.
And put a bounty on a
Yeah.
child after they killed
No,
their entire island.
I totally agree. I
He's
totally
a
agree.
part of the crew. They all know he's part of the
Like,
crew,
giving
even
a
if he is a
I
pet.
think they're just
Well-
underestimating his. I think all that
Yeah.
is underestimation.
I think he's
estimation
just-
of
it's just a
actually
running joke that's
straight-up
gonna keep
reason
happening.
for that one.
and I love it.
And well, not a straight up reason, but The idea that the World Economic Journal isn't run by the world government. That
No,
is
it's
that is what we know
That
right now.
oh, it's
But we know it's independent. So like if the photos are all that's getting sent to this
Also, we've
independent,
learned about like the
person
blank
making
century
all
or
the-
something like
The
that.
void century,
Void
yeah.
century, yeah.
But the idea that from the poneglyphs in Skype, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
but the,
that
but the
and
idea,
the poneglyph
From
from
O'Hara, like that was what Robin was
Alabasta.
trying to
That's
figure
true.
out, right?
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, Ben. Continue.
You know, I lost my train of thought.
Oh fuck, sorry.
You were talking about Chopper and
the
Yeah,
bounty.
bounties.
So the world government only takes the pictures.
Yeah.
Brand New will come up with the bounties, but the bounty posters themselves, Brand New's a
Who comes up with the bounties?
Brand New's a member of the Marines.
Okay.
He will set up. The
Have we seen him?
I don't think so. Not
we
yet.
have once, like a side thing.
Okay.
He like showed up once. He comes into the play a bit later and
Yes.
explains bounties a bit more.
Okay.
But the idea, I think I've lost what my idea was, and it might not have been worth it.
Was
Okay.
it the significance of the?
I
bounty?
think I
Like, 'cause we're
was
talking about
trying
Chopper.
to- yeah, I was trying to link it to the World Economic Journal because it's private.
Right.
And
He's
I
just
was- I
seeing
was
the
wondering
face
if-
and being like, "This is a thing that's eating
Yeah,
cotton
but
candy.
then
It
I
can't be
Yeah.
that
But
much."
then I remembered,
Yeah.
oh wait, Brand New also makes the bounties. But
Yeah.
the bounty posters are distributed, and
Yeah.
the propaganda. is
But
made
does the
by World
government be like,
Economic
here's
Journal.
like send a note with the picture being like, this is what he did?
Well, I
No,
imagine
probably
they have an
not.
idea
No?
of. I imagine.
But also selling the story.
But
to
then
the
how?
world.
But then if they don't do that, then how is Luffy's bounty so much higher than Chopper's?
It's
If
probably
they-
due
if
to,
it's just
like,
ba- if
you're the
it's-
captain.
His
Or than Zoro's too?
his
or
bounty
than-
technically should be higher at this point.
Yeah.
They've been trying to mitigate
Who's Luffy's?
Luffy's
Yeah.
because every time, and this is something that starts being brought up a bit
I think that
later
they
by
acknowledge that in
the
the war more
by
than
the
his.
Gorosei. In
yeah.
the war, they
Yep.
say, why is the D still on his bounty poster? We specifically asked
We need to
to
get rid of that
remove
shit. Yeah.
the D. But
Monkey Luffy just doesn't have a ring to
yeah,
it.
but
Not
but,
one bit, in my opinion.
World Economic Journal.
weird.
I think that the person running that actually kept the D in to
They're not
spice
stupid.
up the
not
narrative.
stupid.
Yeah.
They're not stupid. They're not stupid.
They know what
They're
they're
a really
doing.
good character, and I can't wait for you to meet them.
Oh,
Because if the
dude.
government didn't want the D, then they shouldn't have sent the name with the D to
Well,
the
exactly,
fucking guy.
Dude.
Well, that's
The
why
government's about to get the
Yeah,
D.
you
Yo.
fucking
Gold
idiots.
Roger, they ended
But
up
to
doing
destroy
it,
the
That
Right
yeah,
before.
dude, the realization of Gold Roger is no, it's
It's
Gold
fucking
D
Roger.
Roger.
Yep.
No one ever thinks that.
Boom!
Like, yo, when
My
one of our
fucking
Well,
brain.
in the
The
war,
fact
you
that
get that
Kurosawa
flashback
brings that
where
up.
I love hearing that when somebody's starting watching and like, oh, Gold Roger. I'm like, yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
That's his name for sure.
you see like
You'll
in-
figure
in
it
the-
out
She's the
eventually.
villain, yes.
You see in the war arc that we'll
I
talk
know.
about in the next episode where they have that flashback of Whitebeard and Gold D. Roger talking and Gold D. Roger being like, everyone thinks my name is Gold. There's a D in
The
it.
government's doing me a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
So Jim.
And I mean, even now, we don't know much about the will of
Nope.
D.
Nope.
The
We
the
just
big
know
old
more
That's
D
basic-
Endgame,
clan.
boys. That's Endgame.
We'll
I
talk
think.
about that
Yeah,
next
definitely.
episode too.
That's massive
Will
Endgame.
D's brought it more in the war.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
Should we move on to our grandfather Garp throwing cannonballs at us?
Buddy, yeah, 100%.
Oh my God,
But
that's
this is what I mean. Like, could you imagine, if this is the alternate universe in which Luffy follows Garp's choice and he becomes a Marine? Like, could you imagine the shenaniganeries
Yo.
that this man would get up to
Yeah.
if Garp is able to hook
Well, and the fact that he's saying,
cannonballs faster than a cannon can shoot them?
he sits back. He's
Well,
like,
Luffy's
100
almost-
kilometers
Luffy
an
could
hour.
become a
it's
Luffy
slingshot.
can
slower than what
deflect
I
them
used
just
to
as
do."
fast.
literally. Luffy just
Like-
expands.
Luffy can deflect them just as
Right?
fast.
But
yeah.
the fact
No,
that he's
no,
like,
but I
no,
mean,
I'm
like-
throwing it 100 kilometers an hour. I've gotten slower.
Yeah, that's
Garp,
wild.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Dude, like
Yeah, he's
this
insane.
is what I mean. Like, Garp never taught Luffy.
Nope.
Explicitly never taught Luffy. He showed Luffy.
Imparted wisdom, maybe.
Yeah.
My
sometimes.
dude always punched Luffy with hockey.
Yep.
Always punched the
Oh,
kid with
yeah.
hockey.
Yeah.
Even
So it
with
would
the
hurt.
devil fruit.
Dude, especially with the devil fruit.
'Cause he
When
knew.
he
He
knew
knew
he
it
had
was
that power,
gonna-
he's like,
So
nah,
wait,
bitch,
what-
you're
what-
feeling
what-
this.
He knew it wouldn't hurt if he punched
Go
him
for it,
normally.
Connor.
So what element of Luffy's devil fruit makes him not be able to feel pain when he's punched and other devil fruits? Like, what is that, a type of devil fruit?
It's just
His
rubber.
paramecia fruit, which allows him to turn into rubber, it's because he is rubber, so he's not
it's
affected
flexible.
by physical attacks. But when the chop
So-
fruit got brought up in Orangetown, we learned that his biggest weakness is swords
Slicing.
and blades.
But he got did he not get punched or once? in
He
the
does
war and then,
react
like,
to
Hold up, hold
He's
up.
like, fuck,
yeah.
this was supposed to not hurt.
No, yeah, no, that's correct.
That's
So
because
this is what we're
Hockey,
starting to
okay.
learn. Hockey is the essentially natural antithesis
To devil fruit power.
to yes. So
Yeah.
think of it's a physical manifestation of like sea prism stone.
Willpower
It's not,
versus
but, like-
desire.
sense.
Think of it that way.
but like sea prism stone that doesn't
Okay.
cause you to lose powers. It just
Yeah.
It's,
Whereas
it's
the
One Piece
devil
chakra.
fruit-
Yeah.
whereas the devil
Yes.
fruit
In a
kinda
sense.
has,
Yeah.
the devil
Nen.
fruit kind of has the desire of the
Reishi.
fruit or whatever the heck the item is. We still don't fucking know. Whereas every person on Earth has hockey. It just takes the willpower to bring it out.
To
of
awaken
them.
it,
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
have strong morals, strong wills to
Yeah.
to
And to
get
awaken
some
it.
good.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
but
wait
yeah,
till you learn
it's-
everything, man.
Oh
Me
gosh,
neither.
it's so cool. I would say yeah, the Ennie's Lobby finish off.
Ennie's Lobby, Water 7, all that arc, just like a whole
Stunning.
11 out of 10.
Plus the Emperor's
and a
on top of
great
that.
set piece. We
Plus
get to
the
see
Emperor's on
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
too.
and the Buster.
My God.
The
You
Buster
see
Call.
Yeah,
how
Buster
that's-
Call.
See the
You see
Buster
two
Call.
Buster Calls.
See how much damage
Yeah.
that thing
and
can do.
and you understand how blind the government is.
This government's
Even more
corrupt.
so. Like yes, we knew
Yeah.
that they were blind. They put people put Crocodile into power and then let him do what he was fucking doing in Alabasta.
Well, then we'll get to Gecko Moria, too. Like,
Dude.
Yep.
Like
just like
you-
putting dead people together and
mishmashing them like
Hey,
it's
man.
you're seeing
If it
you're
works.
really and then especially with the fact that they will bomb their own base if they think that they could get you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Including one of their 3 major powers.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They'll cover it up. You know? So like it's amazing to see that sort of those set pieces start being used and moved
Yeah.
and starting to see how little our crew is
Yep.
Well, we
and
also
yet
introduced-
how big the waves they can make are.
Right. Well, we're also introduced to the new world.
Yep.
At this point, to which we're like, wait, we're
Yeah.
not even halfway done.
we
Oh
also
my God.
get hints towards
There's
like
more.
oh no, that's next. That's Thriller Bark, where we get like a little like taste of like talking about Wano and talking about
Mhm.
Kaido.
Well, we can
and
definitely
talking
start
about,
diving into that. We're,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the new world, the second half of the Grand Line
Yep.
here.
Nobody knew there was a second half.
And,
No,
and the idea,
There's a second half, pardon me.
And the idea
They all
that,
talk about the second half of the Grand Line like they did the Grand Line when they were in the East Blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the Grand
Yeah.
Line,
So
people
wild.
call it paradise, because the new world is fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new world's bad.
It's dangerous unless you know how to traverse it.
Yep.
And yeah, so end up playing over into the Florian Triangle, the Bermuda Triangle of the One Piece.
What just happened?
Fucking Moria's ass laugh. Dub laugh.
Fucking bitch.
I love it.
So we get into that. We're in this.
So how many
like,
warlords have we seen thus far into the series?
we have seen?
How many 7 warlords?
How many 7 warlords?
Crocodile.
How many? we've
Mihawk.
seen-
Mihawk.
Who?
We've
Mihawk?
Kuma.
Bill
Yeah.
Who was the
Mihawk.
first one?
Mihawk.
Crocodile.
Yeah.
Crocodile.
Crocodile,
yes.
Mihawk.
We
Mihawk.
see.
We see
Dofi.
Mihawk first,
We've
yeah.
seen Dofi very
Yep.
small.
And Kuma very small.
Yes.
Gecko Moria. We've heard about Jinbei,
Yep.
so we
We-
know of 6 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
And we-
That's
well, we
really
go-
it.
we-
Oh, and we see Boa, so we see all of them before time skip.
Yes,
ends.
Yeah,
yes.
we see all of them before time skip, and Jinbei is taught to us by Yosuke and Johnny.
Yes,
Yes,
and
okay,
I
yeah.
mean to be fair, we haven't seen Gecko. We haven't been told about Gecko
That's true.
yet. We learn about him in this arc, but
Yeah, this is his arc.
yeah,
Learn about
it's-
him. We get him his entire body.
Yeah, exactly.
We know him more.
We get his body.
We know his entire being.
Bit intimate.
His creepy being. It's very
Um,
weird shaped. I don't
It's-
like it.
I love the theme of this one.
Yes.
This
It's
the
fun.
tonal change.
Have you ever gone
is-
to Halloween?
yeah, it's
I'm
essentially.
gonna
got
be
it.
like the odd one out here, but I'm not like
I love it.
I don't look spooky. Like spooky things don't
Yeah.
really do it for me. You know
Fair
what I
enough.
mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Brooke is a
Everybody's
different
got their-
story because
their
he's
highlights.
goated, but like the whole vibe of this arc, I was like, this is cool. The fights are fun.
Bro, Luffy
It's
shoved
really
a
advancing the
zombie.
plot still.
Luffy shoved a zombie
There are
back
some-
into his
Dude, that was
grave.
so
and
funny.
There are
said,
good
"No."
moments. I'm not saying there
no.
aren't good moments.
And the zombie
Not
popped
today.
back
But
up,
I
like,
think-
fuck?
Yeah, he's like, bro, what are you doing?
Sorry, you were.
I
continuing.
think this was my least favorite arc of pre-time skip.
Yeah,
Fair
that's
enough.
fair.
Understandable.
A
lot
good
of
end,
people
great
have-
Fair.
ending though. Great ending.
Yes.
Me
You-
personally, it
Well,
dragged for me a little
I
bit
don't
in the
know what
middle.
you're talking about because nothing happened.
Yeah,
like
I
that,
guess.
like
I
that.
guess. I guess in the way of like them getting the shadows and Brooke's shadow and Brooke's
Bro.
story kind of coming full circle and them finding out about
The
Laboon
giant spider
Luffy
monkey.
and
is
like
Luffy
oh my
is
gosh.
phenomenal in this.
The whole
arc, I
Laboon
think.
are and it just shows again Luffy's like
He's
Luffy's
fucking
like
amazing.
compassion and his just like
And just how
his
that
ability to
compassion
just,
will
like-
honestly pay off.
yeah his
always.
compassion and his love will rub off on literally anyone, whether you are like a
This
deer
f-
from
like-
from Canada or a skeleton in the middle of the
Deer
sea
from
that's been
Canada.
trapped for 50
Like,
years. Like
this
Even the fact
this
that-
arc for me felt like it encompasses Luffy entirely. Like his comedy, his personality, felt
Yeah.
like a Luffy kind of island.
And we
Yeah.
get even more of that because his shadow gets put into the original org.
it is a very
Literally.
unique island, so it gets that
Continent
sense of
puller
you get that
himself.
Luffy-ness because he's like, this is fucking cool and different. I'm gonna explore all of this.
I think
Well,
that's
not like that's not the energy he takes to every island. But
Yeah.
I
like,
think that's for me what was so fun about this island, where we've had
There's a lot of
the
mystery behind it.
fantasy and the craziness of, yeah, we have a whole nation on top of a petrified
I don't think I
cloud.
like. Yeah.
Like we had Skypiea, and that was
Yeah.
that was the most fantastical location that we kind of had. And then we went
Yep.
Water 7, and like that's like engineering fantasy, right? We see these crazy locations, but then we go specifically to this place that's off.
It
Like it's
feels weird.
dark,
Yeah.
but we
It doesn't
we
fit the Grand Line in a
it
sense.
doesn't fit any place
Well, it's not
that
an
we've
island
had.
technically. It's a
It's a
ship.
ship.
It's
That's true.
Yeah,
exactly
it's not an island.
exactly. We get this little ecosystem.
It's phenomenal.
And we see how these people are like, no, I'm just gonna have this little self-fulfilling thing right here that I can continue to.
Also, the Usopp's arc in this thing.
Oh my gosh,
I am naturally and have a negative personality.
I am depressed.
His fight with Perona is great. Perona is a
Yes.
fantastic character.
Yeah, she's fine.
That fight is so fun, especially with him pulling out all his lies and stops to actually make her afraid of him
Yep.
in the
Yep.
end and using her power against
Bro,
him.
that
I
10-ton
think what
hammer,
I
baby.
think what
Dude.
kind of got what made this maybe deter me a little bit was like, and I know this is definitely something that's going to continue, and it's something that I've accepted and I've gotten used to, and I do like now
Okay.
for most reasons, but don't like for some reasons as well. The separation of Luffy from everyone for 25 episodes at a time.
Oh yeah,
I'm kind of like,
I want to see him
I'm
fight
watching
with,
the
I want
show to
combos.
fucking watch the Straw Hats, but like I know that you have to have those separations to develop, and
Yeah.
for the obvious reasons of him being yoked, he has to have his own adventure so that the
Yeah.
other crew can develop and can
Have their
become
adventures.
stronger.
It is an unfortunate byproduct.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. That's like the part of that, like it's that constant theme of like the separation where I'm like, come on, like cool, the world is different, but is the plot different?
That's
Mm.
fair.
You know?
Mm.
I will say, this also gives us some of the
Everyone's just like, yeah,
biggest
that's
mo-
fair, you fucking asshole. I hate you.
No,
so
no,
much."
like,
no.
like you make a great point. And
It
like,
is. It is.
I want to kind of dive into it a bit more by saying this arc has some of the most interesting, morally dubious characters. One of my least favorite characters in all of fucking fiction, Absalom, but we'll get to him in a moment.
I think
Oh,
the coolest
God.
villain in this arc also was the swordsman from Wano.
Yes.
Who took
We
Brooke's
finally
shadow.
get Ryuma for the
Ryuma.
first
Yeah,
time.
who took Brooke's
Ryuma.
shadow.
Ryuma's going to be super important.
Cool.
We end up getting Shisui.
Shisui,
I
the
almost said the
legend.
other one.
Shisui, I fucking love
Yeah,
Naruto
dude.
shipping in.
We get
Yeah.
Shusui.
Shusui.
Shusui for the first
Shisui
time.
is Uchiha.
Naruto, yeah.
Yeah, Shisui.
Yeah, I
Shisui,
love Naruto.
We get Shusui for the first
The
time.
fucking
which
sickest looking
has
sword, bro.
A lot of
Oh my
connection
God.
to Wano, a lot of
Yeah.
connection to Zoro himself.
Yeah.
And so much.
Well, he took one of the
To pay
swords
off.
right after the fight.
Yeah.
Shusui.
Yeah.
He took-
the
that's
black and
the-
white.
Shusui is the sword?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah, the
okay.
black sword that
Shusui is
Ryuma
the name
made.
of the sword.
And to give
Okay.
you an idea,
One of the
Ryuma,
legendary.
Forgot the names.
Ryuma is the legendary.
A bad memory.
One of the basically the sword god of Wano.
Literally.
In this is something that is outside the manga because this was published originally in Eiichiro Oda's Monsters. He wrote a backstory for Ryuma and showed him killing a dragon.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And
He's the only one to have been able to.
Yep.
in
So
Wano,
dragons
yeah.
exist.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And that's why Luffy wants to do it.
Yeah, so like that one you would actually have to go seek that out.
Or no,
but
is it?
technically it is a prequel before the story starts.
Or no, it's
That
Zoro.
is good to
Zoro
know.
wants to kill a dragon. Isn't
Zoro
he?
wants to kill a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who does? I feel like
I
Luffy
think
does.
that's like
I
it's
feel
a
like,
it's
I
a
feel like
byproduct.
Usopp does. I feel
It's
like
a
Chopper
byproduct
does.
of becoming a
But, like,
swordsman.
yeah.
You
Take
want to
an
kill
idea,
something
Ryuma-
big.
I feel like every male character on that ship wants to kill a dragon. You know.
Ryuma's a
Usopp
super
wants
important
to kill a
character
dragon,
who
but
will
he doesn't
come up.
want to see
Yeah.
the dragon.
Yeah.
Pay off to this part of the story,
Okay.
which is nice.
Most
He wants to
definitely.
snipe the dragon. Yeah.
But, but also the fact
From
that
a
we have
very
our coward trio coming onto the dangerous island first, and then all of a sudden all the characters who are like, "Ooh, cool! What is this?" coming to deconstruct the
Yeah.
whole damn thing afterwards.
And this is
Yeah.
also like an arc where we get like, I guess I don't know if you agree with this, but like a completed crew for a long time. Like this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
well-
last crew member that's joining for until what Jinbei
Jeez.
joins in the 900s or something like that. From what I understand, I won't let you guys add on to that if it's
No,
gonna
it's
spoil
a
anything,
it's a
but,
pretty
like,
solid crew from like now on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's wishy-washy,
these are the
that's why we haven't
guys.
answered.
Yeah,
are
I
the
know. I know
guys.
it's wishy-washy. Like,
You'll-
I'm not gonna say what I know because I might spoil more for myself by seeing your reactions.
Respect.
But I know there's some wishy-washy relationships that
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah.
Regardless, I do think that it's
Oh my god.
unbelievable.
But no
the-
new
the-
characters join the crew until Jinbei.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Correct.
There's huge
Yes.
there's huge stuff that happens in this arc.
There are
though.
some
Yes.
characters
Yes.
you might think would.
Yeah.
I think
I wish Vivi was on the
Vegapunk
crew,
was
but-
introduced here.
Yep.
The
The
Vega
pacifistas because of Kuma. Oh my god.
Yeah.
is Vegapunk alive?
That's a
Are
great
we
question.
allowed to say that?
Because you don't see him. You
I-
don't see him once pre-time skip.
From well, you've seen a picture of him, but like it's like
Oh, I don't
half
remember
his
that.
body.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
it's like
think.
half his body.
It's like from here
Um,
down,
Okay.
but it's really like it's
Because we've
thought
seen
to
his
be
like
he's an old
lair,
man.
his lab on
Yes.
Frankie's
Yeah.
Island.
He's thought to be an old man, so like it's
we
just
don't-
at the moment for you, it's very much
Yeah.
like we don't know still,
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's one of those things where like
Like to give an idea.
farther on you
even
will
in-
learn.
but he was the
100%.
government's scientist,
Yeah.
right?
Even
The
in
doctor
Wano,
and
we
shit.
still don't know. To give an idea.
Yeah, you
Okay,
very
cool.
much
Yeah.
it's one
He's
of those
kind
things
of just
we're
like
gonna
this
still learn.
unit, this like being that we know of that's
The
really
Final
smart and
Saga
can
is-
build
It's like
shit.
Daedalus.
Well,
Yeah.
also like Scopper Goban and all of them. Final Saga.
It's
It's
one
like
of those.
it's
It's one of those
essentially
end
like
gamers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where
What?
you know
Daedalus,
the myth of Daedalus and
Yeah,
Icarus
yeah.
and Daedalus. Daedalus is the massive inventor. He also made the labyrinth,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
how
what
the
he
Minotaur.
did was he hid himself in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
And so it's like, whoa, where'd Daedalus go? And you're like, I think he's
He's somewhere.
dead.
No one
Where
knows
he's like,
exactly.
he's just chilling in the labyrinth.
Yeah.
Actually, he's
Yeah.
like, I made a little like like a nice flat for myself in here.
Yeah, Vegapunk's definitely the like he's the inventor. That's we still don't know anything about him
yeah, no.
in a sense.
Like there's nothing.
Whether he's alive, whether he's dead, what he has and hasn't created.
It was fun seeing Ors was cool for a little
Ors,
bit.
yeah.
Like
Continent Puller,
interesting to see that. We'll talk
Oh
about in the
my
next episode,
God,
but Ors
Ors.
Junior coming up in
right?
the next. one.
Also, Ors. Remind me if the timeline's right. Is Ors from the Void Century?
I don't
don't
know
know.
Sure.
if it necessarily
I don't
lines
remember.
that full.
I know he's dead because I think they
his
don't know anything
grandson's
about the
Little
Void
Ors
Century,
Jr..
correct?
Yeah.
Well, no, we don't.
Because
But
nothing's-
800 years ago was when the Void Century.
Yeah, I know, but I
don't
believe
remember.
in the Thriller Bark arc, Gecko kind of briefly talks about what happened with Ors when he was
Yeah,
alive.
Ors
and
has
therefore
history
implying
with
that
him.
that
Yeah.
part wasn't part of the
Yeah,
Void Century,
yeah.
right?
That's
Because Gecko wouldn't know about that
Yeah.
time. Therefore, wouldn't know what Ors has been
Yeah.
through.
I would have
think.
said he was like
because he was an
around. I was
Yeah.
gonna say around Roger.
Oh, I feel like it's a lot
Like
before
I feel
that.
like it would be at least 300.
Yeah, I feel
if
like it's
he's
a
an
little
ancient
before that.
Giant.
I want to guess maybe.
Like maybe not 800, but at least
Roger's only
3.
what, like 50 years ago, or not even?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
But I thought
But
he was supposed
20,
to be.
yeah.
Oh no.
It's
no.
cool how
I'm thinking of someone
how,
else.
how
No, I'm just thinking
how
ancient giants.
soon
Yeah.
after
Regular giants already lived.
Gold D. Rogers era
Yeah.
this whole story takes
That's a
place.
tough
Roger
one.
were already like
Takes,
150 in the like.
Yeah, it's
It
weird.
takes-
And they've
well,
been on that
think
island
about
for
it. How old
time.
is Ace?
Yeah,
Or they're like 200 something.
yeah.
How old
I don't
is
know.
Ace?
I-
It's about
it's
20
It's
years.
tough to know.
Sorry.
Let's get on the same
Yeah,
page. How old is it? How old? Ace is like Zoro's age, no? Like
Ace is
like
only
19.
yeah. He was only like
19.
2 years older than
Yeah.
Luffy.
So and Ace was born a year after Gold was killed.
oh yeah, so
It held him
Yeah.
alone
it's
for
only
a bit longer.
Ace's age is a representation of when that era ended.
That's how long past his the Gold story.
Yeah.
Brooke joins the crew too.
Yeah.
Yep.
In this
Don't
one.
forget,
He
we
gets the
got-
saddest
Charlotte Lola.
backstory so far.
We-
dude.
Yeah.
Charlotte Lola's cool. We also get a Beaver card for her mother. Her mother, I'm looking forward to seeing her. When I heard that part.
Which one
in
was
the
Charlotte
story-
Lola again? Is that the
The
one
pig.
that the
Not
marry
pig.
me?
Yeah.
The marry
Yeah.
me? Yeah.
Mary, who also had her shadow in The Pig Bride.
Yes.
Yes.
Gives Nami
Oh
her
my
mother's.
God.
So Nami has Charlotte's mom's fever card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? I don't.
Because
why
her
again?
mom's a really big pirate
Yeah,
in the
so it
New
was
World. This is
Yes.
what Charlotte
Connection.
says. She's like, when you go there, look after the Viver card, and my mom will hook you up.
Yeah, basically.
Basically, that's what
Yeah,
that's
cool.
saying.
That was the.
I like that whole
general-
relationship that Nami
Yeah.
and her had.
Yeah. It was
Yep.
No, it
so
Oh,
was-
cool.
that was
it's
good.
it's
It was
it's
very
really
sweet.
sweet, and I mean,
The Absalom was just a piece of fucking shit.
dude,
Unredeemable.
Absalom.
Unredeemable.
Yeah, but his ability was so
completely
cool.
unredeemable
Dude.
prick.
he's literally.
Ability was so
It's
cool.
funny because I
Just
believe
such
that
a rapey
Oda's gone
vibe,
on.
like-
and he's
Yeah.
like, this is literally the devil fruit that.
He is.
Sanji
He is the
wants.
devil.
Said that's the
He
only
puts
one
the devil
Sanji
in
would
devil
ever
fruit.
eat.
Yeah, it's the only one that he would have ever
But-
chosen to eat.
Sanji also said he read from it in an encyclopedia of devil fruits.
Yes.
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 Which means
Must have been in the West Blue. Interesting.
there's
Yeah.
an encyclopedia.
Well, no, I'm sorry. It's fun to see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we're
yeah.
slowly getting drip fed some of these
Yeah.
backstory
Yeah.
Oh,
elements. I just
100%.
want to point
Yeah.
them out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kaido and Wano. Yeah, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense with yeah.
Yeah, we get
Neko Moria also talks about how he fought Kaido and how
Yes.
Kaido destroyed his crew.
And
This
there's
is why
also a
he-
little bit like
Yes.
during this arc we're talking about I believe Shanks and Kaido having a fight in the New World or something, or
That's
is that
Marineford.
more in the war?
That's Marineford.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
sure
Shanks
Marineford.
intercepts Kaido.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Kaido wanted to join Marineford.
Yeah, he just wanted to
Is
fuck
that
shit
it?
up.
Really?
I
I'm
can't
pretty sure that was the
Holy fuck.
point.
Yeah.
Because like it was gonna be like
He wanted to be a
the
part of it.
Pirates versus the Marines. Like this was gonna be the fight.
He
to
thought,
end all
yeah,
pirate
he
fights.
thought
Yeah.
that was the fight. That's what it is.
You don't know this
Yeah, but either
yet.
way,
I heard the person say the line.
I want to point out though, we still have not talked about Nightmare Luffy,
dude,
right?
dude,
which
yes.
is so
Absorbing
cool.
Oh,
100
yeah,
souls
Nightmare
into
Luffy.
him,
So
and all of a
cool.
sudden being like,
Give me the sword.
Give me a
Yeah.
sword. Give me a sword. I'll use it.
Zoro's like, wait,
He
whoa,
does.
what? Yeah, he destroys.
Dude, it was so.
fucking
It was
dope.
wild.
Yeah.
It was
And
cool to
also-
see.
the time limit because most of our crew don't have their shadows.
Yeah.
The Monster
Yeah.
Trio have no shadows, and the time limit for the sun coming up is super important for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This could end their story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the stakes, regardless of how like
Oh, and then the
out there this arc can be, it's so important to the plot, and the stakes were so high also
Yeah.
during this
I-
whole time.
and then again, you
The
get
stakes
to
are almost
see-
always life or death post Water 7. Like,
That's
I
true.
mean, they're all
Well, 'cause
pretty
they-
much life or death post fucking Syrup Village. Honestly,
Yeah.
Like,
True. But
Yeah.
they,
Yeah.
like they declared war on the world government, so the world government is gonna start sending people.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Which
I
means-
also, it was so nice to be able to see people doing, like, I know that you were saying that you didn't like the fact that you had to wait for Luffy to get with people, like get back with his crew. But
not
like,
even just so he could finish the fight, but just so they could all
no,
be
I know.
together. I guess,
Dude,
in my brain.
The
crew
the
moments are
crew
Yeah.
battle against ours
Yo.
is
Yeah.
so good. That's
Phenomenal.
where we
That's a
get the
desperate
literal
battle. That's
funny
a
as
sweaty
hell
battle.
Frankie Fortnite building,
Yeah.
a stairway to nothing,
A
all the way
stairway
up,
to
just
nothingness.
so Chopper could go up and
Dun,
Punch
BOOM!
the
Yeah.
fucking face.
That was
Mother-
wild.
fuck, so funny.
Just
Yeah. Also, those like.
Wait,
speed building a bridge.
Also, those just like those mid episodes, like
This
those
is
little
where
like transitions.
Brooke
Yeah.
So good.
takes him all the way up.
No, this is also the first fight where Frankie attached all the other like crewmates onto
Docking,
him.
boom,
The docking
boom,
and
boom,
and Robin was like,
Oh, yeah.
No,
I'm not doing that.
no,
Oh,
not
yeah.
happening.
Not happening.
And it was
It
the
would hurt my
funniest.
pride as a human being.
And
I
Frankie's
would
like, I
rather
need
die.
a left arm or some shit.
I-
It's like,
We need this to happen. We need
yo.
the parallel in the
'Cause-
final saga.
'cause-
This needs to happen at least once.
Because Zoro joined in on that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Everyone
Yeah.
else joined in. Luffy
Zoro
wasn't
and
there.
Sanji were holding him up.
Luffy would've been
Yeah.
that last leg.
Chopper
Yeah.
and
Luffy would've been the
Usopp.
last arm.
Yeah.
Usopp was one arm.
Oh my god.
I need Jinbei to be a
I
leg.
love Power Rangers.
It was so
Super
funny.
Sentai.
Dude, that was the funniest thing I
It
think
is
I
so
remember
funny.
seeing in that arc. Oh my god.
She's like, I would actually die of
No.
embarrassment.
Like the way they
Human
did that
pride.
comedy was just like so. It's dry comedy, and she's like,
She's
no.
so
She kills it
funny.
with She is hilarious.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that this arc, I understand. I definitely understand where you're coming from in terms of it's not the fastest moving, and it doesn't feel
And I also
crazy
like
important
we,
because
you come from Water 7, and I also knew what was coming next, so I was like in anticipation of like I want to get to this fucking
Also-
cool war arc.
Fun fact that most people don't really think about. 4 people, actually 6 technically, 4 people on the crew know about nothing happened.
Yes.
About what? Sorry.
Nothing happened.
Oh, the pain.
Where-
the Kuma,
where,
the
Yes.
Kuma hit. Yeah.
Where let's actually talk about nothing happened for a moment.
Yeah, we need
This
to-
was the moment where Kuma used
Takes-
his paw ability to release and
Take,
take out all of Luffy's pain and then give it to Zoro. Because basically the thing was, I'm gonna take Luffy right now. I'm gonna kill him or bring him to the world government. Zoro steps in, being like, "Take my life instead. I will be the world's greatest swordsman. This
Yeah.
is a good enough.
This is a
trait
valid
for the world's
trait.
This man hit a
For the,
Dormammu.
next,
I've come to
pirate
bargain
king.
Yeah.
type.
This is like
Sanji
the best
tried
part of
doing
the arc.
something, and all of a sudden Zoro hits him with his
Back of the
Back of the,
blade sort of thing.
back of the blade
Hilt.
to be able to knock him out.
Yeah.
So Sanji knows about it because he also found Zoro afterwards.
Yes.
Yep.
Robin had
knows.
her ear out,
Yeah.
Yep.
and Brooke was right beside Robin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there's these crewmates know, and like,
But I feel
There's-
like Chopper kind of has an idea too.
There was a moment-
Chopper knows.
Because he had to heal the man.
Yeah,
Well, there was the moment where I
Okay,
was,
yeah,
I
like,
think
I don't think
Usopp
he
He
was
probably
gonna
doesn't know
tell.
the full details,
Yeah.
but he knows like what the fuck did he just put his body through?
Wasn't there the moment where who was it that was gonna tell Luffy, and then Sanji was like,
One of the 2
Don't.
subordinates of
Yeah,
Charlotte
one-
Lola.
"Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah," and then
Has to do.
Sanji took him out and was like, "Don't,
No.
just
Yeah,
don't,
Yeah.
That's why I said technically 6.
don't let Luffy live with that burden."
Yeah,
No.
Let Zoro live with the choice he made. Yeah,
Zoro did this, and you don't know Zoro.
you're just gonna make
You
things
don't-
worse.
Yeah. No.
You're gonna add problems.
No.
'Cause
Again,
Luffy's gonna think
shows
he
the
needs to pay back.
brotherhood
Yeah,
between
Luffy. Exactly.
Sanji
Luffy's
and
gonna
Zoro
think he
and
needs
how
to
much they
sacrifice
trust
himself for
each other.
Zoro now,
Yeah.
which I
Dude.
think he would still, but like
Yeah, most definitely.
he's gonna have that more of that pressure on him.
Yeah, he'll be putting it into his brain a lot more.
Yeah.
Dude,
often.
it's
The
it's-
second
yeah,
he sees Zoro in
I think
danger.
that's
Literally.
I think that again, you're completely right, Ben. As much as they show the spite between and like the competitive nature between
Yeah.
Zoro and Sanji,
It really
this
shows.
it's the really beautiful subtle support that they have
Yeah.
and absolute
Yes.
respect for each other.
You know they trust
yeah,
each other.
it's
100.
one of those things where like they hate each other in quotes, but in reality, no matter what happens, they got each other.
One of the
back.
best
You know,
moments of the
any
pre-time skip
minute
was
of the
when they were
day.
doing the dishes
Dishes.
together.
Yep,
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Any minute of the day, they have each other's back.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Small moments, big moments,
Small moments are the greatest moments almost in this show.
and that's
so.
what I
Honestly,
think that they do
the
beautifully.
crew just on the ship in between arcs is some of the best.
Chopstick and
parts.
mouse
Oh my
fucking
God.
around, like
yeah,
just jumping around,
the
like,
chopper
It's
doing
beautiful.
the
yeah,
With the
Yo.
bowl out of nowhere.
yeah, and them just
Yo.
like kick step dancing with their
One of my
arms on their
favorites.
shoulders.
One of my
and,
favorites
like,
is when they're all like hanging through when they had Mary. They were doing like their heads through the
Yeah.
Bonkai
slats,
was there,
and
yeah.
then
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
was like going through like Zoro one sword
triple
style, two sword style, and then Luffy's just like
three
sword
sword style.
No,
And
they all
you're
they
like,
all had they all had like genuinely good insults, and then
That comes back.
Sanjoryu. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, three
and then
sword
Usopp
style.
was like,
He was
"That's
so
not a
happy.
fucking
I
insult."
love
And he's
it.
like four stars.
Yeah, he adds one more, bro. It's so funny. And then that created the famous fan art of Zoro having a sword in his butt
in his
cheeks.
butt cheeks,
Yeah.
which is
I
also
think that was Grand Line Review who.
I think
Yeah,
so.
ended
SpongeBob!
up the original, and then his one of his artists ended up drawing
Yeah,
it better.
it was so wild.
it's so
Sword
good.
style through the
I-
butt cheek.
I like this one. I think that it's I especially to where we've gotten. Thriller Bark is not. It's not the most important in the moment, but
No,
I
it
think
has
it gives
moments
a,
that are
it
extremely
shows
important regardless.
yes, and it shows a next level of like there's weird machinations
Yeah.
going on
Right.
in this world that we don't that the players within the world will happily take advantage of.
In my opinion, I feel like this arc
Yeah.
is one of my favorites because you get Brooke's full backstory, which is one of the
Yeah,
saddest
saddest
backstories. On top of that, you get one of the best songs, which is Binks.
Yeah, the best song. That's
And
our theme song of
And
this
yeah,
podcast.
literally, I
Binks.
think
We're here now.
I think Brooks is like he's one of the most consistent Straw Hats in every arc.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted
He
to
never
talk-
45
fails.
degrees.
Never
45
fails.
degrees.
I wanted to talk about this. Sorry, finish up your thought.
No, that was it. I just think that was all like it's at that especially the full backstory for him was like I don't know, man. That just made the arc that much better for me.
I
Yeah.
agree. That was when it was like. That
It
was when it
solidified
happened.
it.
I was like, okay,
This is
I-
the payoff.
I
This
did
is
And
a
then the
beautiful
connection
payoff.
to Laboon.
there was a good payoff.
Yes,
to
the
this.
Laboon
Yeah.
connection is
Oh my gosh.
massive.
The Laboon
And-
connection was like out of nowhere, man. It was awesome.
Because you're like, you know that I knew this little whale, and they're like, little whale. Hold on a minute.
Wait,
you big boy now.
and then and I don't know if
He's a
it's
straw hat,
necessarily
low key. Laboon's a straw hat.
Low key.
Wait. Never mind.
No, it's all good. I'll let you think about that then.
Is Crocus?
No.
No, not yet.
Okay.
We don't know.
I know exactly
Okay,
what you mean.
thank you.
We don't know.
No.
We end up also Bink Sake, one of the most important songs in the show.
Yeah.
The world
my
of
God.
scenes.
Bink's Sake was written. All the lyrics were written by Oda.
Yeah.
5
Phenomenally.
years or so before the actual show was made.
Oh wow.
Phenomenal.
Bink Sake is extremely important to the story of One Piece, and a lot of people think the theory is that Bink Sake tells you how to get to Laugh Tale and get to the
Oh.
One Piece.
I love how it's a song with duality.
Or it's a song of a character in the Void Century that we don't know
Oh,
of. Those
that
are
would
the
be
two
interesting.
theories.
I think it has duality in the sense that it could be a super sad song, but also a super happy
Right?
song.
Yes.
It's so
Depending on
phenomenal
how
for
it's
that.
played, it can
Literally.
be whatever you need it to be.
Because when in the backstory you get
Sad.
Brooke playing
sad
it as a
Brooke.
super sad, like his crew is
Literal funeral march.
literally, and then meanwhile they play it at the end.
Yeah,
of
they
Thriller
they
Bark,
do
and
the
it's just
dude.
He'll play it
The
anyway.
It's
the
beautiful.
hardest part is the scene in which we slowly have them fading
One by
away.
Yeah.
one, the instruments leave, and then Brooke's line. Of course, the accompaniment is the last to go.
yeah.
How
because he's
cruel.
the only one at piano.
But I think it's so phenomenal how like the duality of that scene versus the end of Thriller Bark,
And
where
he
you
gets
Yeah.
the entire crew singing the song. Like Brooks finally has a new crew,
Yeah.
a new
Everyone on the
and
island
new
got the
friends.
shadows back.
everybody.
Straw Hat Party time.
Literally.
Again, it's. I mean, we've literally just had this line pretty much be said previously, but like, I'm so glad I'm alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple.
It was
It's
worth
beautiful.
living this
Simple.
long.
Yes.
Bro,
Ah!
when Luffy's lying
so
on that piano,
satisfying.
bro, oh my god.
Right?
It's like, just play it for me one more time.
Yeah.
He's like,
Brooke bearing
okay.
his soul while playing is such
I mean,
a beautiful
I think maybe
Yeah.
this maybe we also like I know for me this really like that part really struck a chord with me as a person who does performing arts in that regard. Like
yeah, Brooke has
that
a
whole,
special place
like,
in my heart from that too.
opening
Yeah,
his
yo.
soul through music, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God,
So
this
finally there's
Bone
some-
Kichi's a fucking.
Well, I mean, they've been foreshadowing Brooke since the first episode. You know, they've
Yeah.
been foreshadowing since the first episode.
Yeah.
Luffy's always wanted a musician.
Dude.
And
Yep.
there is a reason for that later.
Yeah. And then he got Brooke on the crew, and then realized he was a musician.
Dude.
Yeah.
right?
And it was
Dude,
like,
He
oh
just wanted
shit,
a
cool.
tall skeleton at first.
I
He
mean,
was
to
like,
be
yeah, he's
fair,
kind of sick.
He tried to get the zombie unicorn. He tried to
Yep.
get the zombie tree.
Yep.
He
Okay.
tried-
Oh yeah, he tried to recruit a lot of people on Thriller Bark. Yeah, and then his crew was like, no.
On Thriller Park.
Yeah,
They're
so
already
many-
like we know that we are not going to be able to take back the fact that you offered that skeleton who we're
You get one.
terrified
You
of.
get
Yeah.
one and you're done. That's what they said.
Yeah, you get one on Thriller Bark. Yeah,
it.
We don't even want to
You picked
give
him
you
right
one,
away.
yeah.
but you're not gonna let us not give you it.
Yeah.
Get
Been out here
Perona
for
on, get
50
Perona on the
fucking
crew,
years,
honestly.
doesn't know how to talk with anyone.
Nah,
first
she
thing
got her
he
man.
does
May I
is
see
fire.
your
And
panties?
has
Or
to see
and
her
Kumasi.
panties.
May I see your
Kumasi.
panties? Yo, Kumasi.
By the way, I think there
Every
was
time I see him, I just want
one of the
Kumasi.
funniest parts I think in this entire arc was the start when they met the three-headed dog.
Oh
and
my
Luffy
God,
told it to
yes.
sit,
Yeah.
and then it bit his arm, and he just punched it.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
good dog, good dog. And then everybody's like, "That's not how it
What a
works."
fucking
And then he
Fucking-
rides it later.
Yeah.
fucking meat for brains.
Bro,
His brain is just like a juicy piece of fucking meat.
I love
Dude,
it.
no.
so
The
Yeah.
most.
No.
He's the most
Yeah.
animal that ever did animal.
I love
Yeah.
that
Luffy
man.
is definitely.
He's more of an animal than
But
fucking
that's the
Chopper.
thing.
Well, I mean,
he
Chopper's technically a
grew
human
up
now, but
in a forest, of course. he'd be like
Because
that.
yeah.
because
Grew up with wild
Garp
animals.
didn't want to train him, but wanted him to be strong.
Yes,
And
Also-
the Don didn't want to race him either.
Well, no,
That's
the Don honestly did a
phenomenal.
unbelievable job.
Don-
She fed them.
Great
That's
job.
what, that's
Yeah.
what
She
matters.
fed them.
That's
She
what
fed them, but also
Yeah, behind
again,
the scenes, she cared for them, but like,
she
went out on their own and
showed
did
yeah,
it.
they did their own
more
shit.
so, even more so than that. She showed them, and I'm certain that this is why Garp brought them to the Don, was that she showed them that people deserve family.
Yeah.
The Mountain Bandit
So
group,
then he
the
gave
Mountain
his
Bandit
family
group
away to
were
other
not
family?
good theoretical people.
I don't like
Garp,
that
I feel
theory.
like Garp couldn't be enough of a dad because he was a Marine.
He's a grandfather.
No,
Vice Admiral in the
Garp
Marines.
is a
Yeah, but,
Marine,
like-
and he knew that he had to. He doesn't have the
He has
freedom.
Yeah.
he has some other
Luffy was already too much on it.
I mean, just pick someone else. But like,
It's
whatever.
not even just Luffy. He had Luffy and Ace on top of that. too.
100%.
That's why
yeah.
he trusted Dadan also, because the Goa Kingdom already had a bunch of corruption. He
Yep.
wasn't going to trust him with anyone in the Goa Kingdom.
No.
He grew up in the forest on that island himself. Who else would he trust but mountain bandits?
Yeah, fair. You're right.
Like
Mountain
there's a
bandits that he knew were
there's a
good.
lot of
I interpreted it.
compassion.
You're right,
Mountain
you're right, I
bandits that
agree.
he knew were actually good people. Though.
Yes,
They
like-
weren't
like
shitty
Kingdom of the
people.
Bear.
Like
Exactly.
again, the Dawn's the one that's taking. It's
Don't
the
get me
same-
wrong. I love
it's-
Dadan.
It's
She's
the
goated,
idea
but-
of she's taking in the people that don't have. She's almost not the same, not to the same degree,
Frankie,
but like no, like
the Frankie family.
Frankie, or like Whitebeard.
Yeah.
He's taking in
Yeah.
the Scraggle and giving the Scraggly group the opportunity to realize that they are more than just the shitcomings of what the world's telling them they
Yeah.
are.
And they
Yeah.
He's giving them a
deserve to
chance.
be that.
They
So
deserve
Gecko Moria
family.
Gecko
Ace
Moria
deserves to
being
be more than just
the opposite
his
of that.
father.
Yes.
Luffy deserves to be more than just his namesake.
Yep. And Gecko Moria is
yeah.
the exact opposite of that. He'll bring in anyone and quote try to make you better.
Well,
Yes.
The
Yeah.
tragedy of Gecko Moria as well is he had the same drive, the same ambition as Luffy. He got
Yep.
to Wano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
He
4
did.
months.
Yeah.
He,
The man was trailing ablaze after.
Have you
Roger's
seen him in?
execution.
Have you seen him in those
Yep.
photos? He's
dude,
skinny.
he's sexy.
jacked.
It is the biggest
fucking
glow
jacked.
down.
What?
For good
Okay,
reason. For
I-
good reason.
I'm
The
gonna-
pictures are,
I'll find it.
The pictures are in Wano, so probably don't show it.
No, I'm gonna show him
But
to
this is what he.
I don't even I don't even care. You're gonna see this glow down.
But like Kaido, as he
wild, bro.
explained in here, destroyed his whole crew, killed everyone,
Oh no.
sent him back to square one, and that's why he feels so melancholy and everything. He's like,
Oh,
I'll
I
do
found
it a
one
bit.
without
I
it.
can do all these zombies. It's not the same as my crew.
Here,
Yeah, it's
this
almost
is
like
him.
he's like I have a. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
like-
even not in like that's just him as like a
Sexy
generic
boy.
character.
That's
Right?
ridiculous. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like he's
He
just
looks
a
stupid as fuck.
like he's jacked, bro.
He looks
He's-
stupid. I
he's
liked
a
him better when
fighter.
he was really fucking big and you had the low dish.
He's a fighter. He's straight up a fighter. Clearly the loss got to him because he became a teardrop of a
when
man.
he-
But it's
like,
also like
choking
Gecko
on the
Moria. It's
souls.
like, yeah, you have an army of zombies. Like, what are you gonna fucking do with that? Like,
He was apathetic.
so many people are gonna.
Bro, he became
they're
a
so
teardrop.
weak. They're so
Literally.
weak.
Dude,
Yeah, like
he's
literally,
pear.
like,
He got pear. He got that
He was
dumpy.
depressed.
Yeah.
He got depressed and allowed it to make him complacent.
Yes.
I find that
He lost all
after-
drive.
I find that, like most villains, after Luffy has met them, they have gone on to reclaim something.
That's true.
Now,
No,
I
Luffy.
can't say-
Luffy is a spark that, regardless of how he touches you, you change,
He ignites
and
something.
jolts you into your new direction.
Mm-hmm.
NL's going to the moon. Crocodile's like
Yeah, did Anel or
I-
anything?
we haven't.
Arlong
we-
swimming somewhere.
yeah.
I
Mel's
don't
not
even.
back from the moon.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I feel like,
Arlong's
We
still
might not
around.
even see him.
No, I
Arlong
guess,
is still around technically.
dude, I thought Arlong was in Impel.
No.
no,
honestly,
he's
No,
just around.
We don't know.
No,
Didn't
he's
everyone
around.
get released from Impel, or is it just a bunch?
Pretty
of people?
much.
a good
There's
amount?
still a
for
bunch
sure.
of-
And if Arlong was in Impel, he would have been on the bottom floor,
No,
so
I
we
know.
would have known.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of that,
Well, I think this is where we'll end it for today because we'll do the Summit War and Saba Odi in the next
Yep.
That's gonna be a long
next
one for
chit chat.
sure.
Oh my god.
yeah.
So
Bartholomew
much.
Kuma.
I-
so
I-
fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that these arcs really start to lead you up and show some power scaling.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I think another thing that maybe is another reason why this arc doesn't feel so important. We don't see new powers the way that we saw Gear 2 and Gear 3 come out of fucking left field in
Or even
terms
like
of
the 6 powers of
No.
Yes.
69.
100%.
It
Yeah.
almost feels like it might even feel like to some people like if the Marines aren't the antagonists and it's not main plot.
Yeah.
Well, and, like,
But
even-
like that's
kinda
not the
true,
case.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even the idea of the government tried to wrap this under the floor because no one would know that Luffy beat another warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
knows where Thriller Bark is. We can.
It's technically
discuss this
3
on
if you
the
talk about the Riz he has on Hancock, but
page. We'll get to
God
that.
damn it.
Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, I think that this is. I understand that drag, and I also don't think that it was perfect, But I definitely love the silliness of this arc. And
Yeah.
there's another one that does come that also has a similar sort of like goofiness to it. I think that lends itself properly to like there are some insane people. Like there are some people that are twisted in the mind and the world around them is just as distorted.
We're just about to learn about some of the more. The funny thing is, we have the dark arc right now, but the next arc, I would say, is that much more darker.
Even darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not.
It might be
even from, like, a
literally bright and like
right?
scenery, but like it's the fucking lowest point
Context.
for
it's
all
not
this
gloomy
crew.
or anything. It's more like
It's the lowest point since everyone's joined.
distraught-ful.
Yeah.
It's traumatizing in a sense.
You
Yeah.
see somebody shaken, which is also again really
Well,
cool
that,
to
and
see.
You
Yeah.
also learn how much corruption is truly in this
Yeah,
world.
exactly.
When we
Oh
learn
yeah,
about
yes.
something
Saba
that we're gonna
Odie.
learn
Yep.
about when we
Yep.
get there.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
talk about that
All
next
right.
episode.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for chatting with us, guys. I've been enjoying these. I'm excited to continue on.
Yeah,
This is
I've
fun.
been enjoying
We'll
them
see.
thoroughly.
We'll see you guys in the next week.
Later.
Thanks for
See ya.
watching.